We are finally doing this show. It's like 3 weeks. I'm your host, Jason Myles, here for our very own sports show, Beyond the Red Zone, for our returning listeners, subscribers, and especially our patrons. Hell yeah!
We're coming for you, nigga.
All of you. All of you. You are the driving force behind the TIR machine. We couldn't do this without you. For those new to the channel, welcome. If you do enjoy this type of programming, please hit like and subscribe. It is an extremely passive gesture, but it goes a long way towards promoting the channel and helps out my low self-esteem. Just a little bit. For fans of the main show, yesterday I spoke to author, journalist, professor, and fellow Bay Area native Nolan Higdon about his most recent book, Mag Academy, How Corporatism Paved the Way for the Takeover, the Hostile Takeover of Higher Education. Following that show, everyone's favorite professor, Toure Reed, joined me in the champagne room to have a heart-to-heart about the issues going on in Negronia. Tomorrow night, I will be joined by Parallax Views host J.G. Michael, my fellow dude in the cheap seats, as we discuss the 1983 teen comedy romp Private School, starring Phoebe Cates. Following the show, we will be screening the film for all of our patrons and paid YouTube subscribers. I want to admit, I have not seen the film. I think I've seen bits and pieces of it over the years on cable. And I watched it today. I was like, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of titties in this movie. So for the hornier viewers of the show, this movie is going to be right up your alley. It's all the 80s. Like the whole movie revolves around scenes to show titties. I couldn't even tell you what the movie's about. I really don't know. I just watched the whole thing maybe 2 hours ago. I have no idea what it's about. I do know that there's a bunch of senseless scenes for boobs. Like, it's so senseless. There's a scene where one of the dudes in the movie that I guess is a main character has a girlfriend, and he's about to do it to his girlfriend, and then he doesn't. He runs out of the room to go sneak in and look at titties in the female shower, which I think is weird because I wouldn't do that. I don't know anyone that would do that. It's so strange. But we will watch that movie, and I think you guys are going to have some interesting comments for that one, so I'm kind of excited to see what y'all say, considering the last few movie nights that have been wacky have been really kind of off the rails, and this one is, I think so far, maybe one of the most off the rails ones, and we watched Hard Ticket to Hawaii. So, yeah. Don't forget the latest issue of the weekly newsletter, the TIR Sound Off, is out now and free for all patrons of the show. In this latest issue, I discuss aging, grief, and what love looks like once the cinematic romance has dissolved. I've made issue number 31 free to read on the TIR Substack. Wherever you are watching or later listening, there is a link in the description to the TIR Sound Off and the Crisis Papers. Again, the latest Crisis Papers and the latest weekly newsletter, TIR Sound Off, is free because we don't charge anything for the TIR Substack. Now, if you do appreciate all of the diverse programming we provide here on TIR and all the polemical writings, and you want to join us for these movie nights and champagne rooms, last night was fun. Even Teray called me this morning and be like, hey, that was fun last night. Then you should become a paid YouTube subscriber or a patron. You'll get access to the champagne rooms and movie nights, and you get the satisfaction of knowing that your small pledge is a large part of making sure this insanity can continue. Now, on to the show. First off, I have to send a massive shout out to the New York Knicks. Congratulations on the 2026 NBA championship. I had the privilege of watching Game 4 in New York's Chinatown with my TIR family, Quinn, MT, and everyone's favorite white lady, Cynthia. What a comeback, what a city, what a time to be alive. Even the massive rats left us alone long enough to celebrate. But tonight we're talking about, for a little bit, there's a lot we're going to try to cover, talking about billionaires and sports ownership. It's nothing new to have rich people with horrible politics involved in sports. Does anyone remember Marge Schott? But back then, when that racism surfaced publicly, there was at least some expectation of consequences. In the case of Donald Sterling, the team, made up mostly of black players he so clearly despised, if we take him at his word from the leaked phone call with his much younger colored girlfriend, I guess his Johnson was colorblind. Sometimes it bees like that. But seriously, Sterling was forced to sell the Clippers because the public and the team no longer wanted to be represented by a racist owner. Professional sports may be one of the last places where the public still gathers en masse. And I don't want to sound like I'm glorifying the ultra wealthy, but ownership, for better or for worse, used to at least pretend to care about the teams they owned. Again, not all owners. We can't forget Charlie Comiskey, whose legendary cheapness helped inspire the 1919 World Series scandal. But there were owners who paid players well and wanted to put winning teams on the field or court. They wanted not just a winning team, but a winning city. Oftentimes, those owners actually lived in the communities where they owned teams. Things feel a bit different with the current billionaire class. Can buying teams and then threatening to move them become a form of revenge? From a recent current affairs article titled "The NBA's Newest Cheapest Owner Shows How Billionaires Ruin Sports." The Trailblazers have always dealt with the hardships of being a small market NBA team. Only since Dundon took over, though, has the idea of relocation started to cause unease throughout the fan base. Right now, the Blazers, the city of Portland, and the state of Oregon are negotiating funding to renovate Moda Center and get the team to sign a new lease to stay in the stadium, where they have played for 31 years. In short, the fear of losing the Blazers has been stoked by Dundon's refusal to finance those arena renovations. Instead of funding the project himself, Dundon did privately pay for a similar project in North Carolina where he brought the Hurricanes. I'm sure Mac has quite a bit to say about that. He is asking that taxpayer money cover the entire cost, according to reporting from ProPublica and Oregon Public Broadcasting. It's like a twisted episode of Bar Rescue in which John Taffer buys the entire restaurant and threatens to turn it into condos if the servers can't pool enough money together to get rid of the black mold in the kitchen. You'd be forgiven for thinking Dundon has some strange vendetta against Portland and its people. Now, I can't speak for the man, and hopefully I never, ever have to speak on behalf of a billionaire. But Dundon's conflict with the state began long before he bought the Trailblazers. Before becoming an NBA owner, Dundon co-founded Drive Financial Services, a company that offered predatory, high-interest loans to people in the company, to people the company knew would likely struggle to repay. Oregon was one of the 34 states that sued Drive Financial Services, by then renamed Santander Consumer USA, and settled for $550 million in 2020, much of that in the form of loan forgiveness. According to reporting cited in the article, Oregon Attorney General Ellen Rosebloom said these loans were predatory and harmful and will not be tolerated in Oregon. In short, Oregon told Tom Dundon he couldn't make a fortune preying on poor people who needed car loans. 6 years later, he brought one of the state's most important institutions and has done little to quiet rumors of relocation. That apparent conflict of interest seems to have been a non-factor in the lead up to Dundon purchasing the Blazers, a process that requires approval from the rest of the NBA owners. Sometimes I feel like we're watching rollerball play out in real time, where corporations control the world and become the new de facto governments. And maybe that's what situations like Portland reveal. Not simply greed, but a form of authoritarian power exercised through market logic, unchecked by democratic accountability. To discuss this more is a North Carolina native that also watches hockey. Please welcome Mac.
Hello, everybody. And not a native. I just happen to live here. Don't ever call me Southern again.
I just said you live in North Carolina.
No, you said North Carolina native.
I did.
That
I
is
said
not me.
neighbor. I'm so sorry.
It's not me, man.
You're even from like the non-south part of Ohio too, so I totally apologize.
Yeah, man. Like that's just
Dude. Right now I want to walk. If I could walk, if I could walk over.
You know what? Don't worry, everybody. Don't worry. We're gonna put Jason in the corner after the show's over.
That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up.
Okay.
Real talk, dude.
I'm glad you brought up Tom Dundon. Now, before we address the stadium, Lenovo Center, where the Hurricanes play, Jason, come back on screen real quick because I'm gonna need your help.
I wanted to remove myself in shame.
Okay. Now, do we remember? I want everybody to put their way back hats on before COVID. Okay. All right. We're going to go back briefly to the year 2001 when spring football reared its head again, when Vince McMahon brought in XFL 1.0 and it planted the seed in his business partner's head, a man by the name of Dick Ebersol. And everybody in chat, do we know who Dick Ebersol is?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Yes, Jason knows. That is the man that headed NBC Sports for 30-something years. He's the guy that brought the NFL to NBC. He's the guy that gave Marv Allen his chance to call NBA games. Right?
You mean Marv Albert?
Yeah, thank you, Marv Albert. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I literally got off work like 35 minutes ago. Okay. So fast forward, right? Dick Ebersol, remember, has this horrible plane crash where one of his sons die. He's injured, and his youngest son, Charlie Ebersol, survives. Okay. Now, I'm going to make sure I get you the correct dates. All right. AAF formation. So Charlie gets together, all right, with one of the minority owners of the Minnesota Vikings and says, hey, we can make spring football work, right? At this point, Vince McMahon is trying to launch XFL 2.0, okay? So Charlie rushes his product, the Alliance of American Football, to essentially beat the XFL by 1 year. Okay, he brings out some big names. Steve Spurrier was the head coach of the Orlando Apollos, which was the team I picked to pull for. Okay, well, this investor, the guy that was supposed to pony up most of the money, this minority owner of the Minnesota Vikings, guess what he doesn't have? Any money, because he was stealing from other people and is still in prison to this day for embezzlement.
That's rare. That's good for prison.
Yeah, good for Charlie. Way to pick your business partners, bro.
Good for prison to actually keep someone in there that does a crime that actually harms many people.
That's right. And Red Spurrier was not a horrible head coach in the pros. He actually did very well in the USFL, and he was undefeated in the AAF's only unfinished season. Okay. Well, guess who filled in this vacuum? A man by the name of Tom Dundon. Okay, the guy who owns the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, and he promises $375 million. And Ebersol's just like, my league will survive. It's going to live. It's going to live, bitches. Except it didn't. Okay, it didn't even make it through its whole first season. You had players getting kicked out of their hotels for non-payment.
Wow.
You had players who were conducting physical therapy that had to stop mid-exercise because there was no payment. What Dundon promised was if certain benchmarks were met, he would release a little bit of money at a time, right? But most of his money was being ponied up because Charlie Ebersol could read the writing on the wall. Keep in mind, everybody, this is 2018. What have we not really had hit the mainstream yet? Online sports gambling. So what did Charlie do, Jason? Would you like to know what Charlie did? Charlie partnered with MGM and developed an app where you can track every player's movement in real time in any of the AAF games, and you can place bets.
Okay.
Okay. Now keep in mind, MGM developed this app, right? Developed the app. Okay. So Dundon was like, listen, if I buy into this league and it goes under, all this shit is mine. So he thinks he's getting this app. All right. So essentially, he torpedoes a whole football league, right? Makes Charlie Ebersol look like a punk bitch. Charlie gets sued by like 60 former players. Charlie then sues Tom Dundon. League goes into bankruptcy. Okay. Now, everybody, do you think this court case is settled? No, it's not. It is still pending in the year of our Lord, 2026. Okay. So 8 years on, this case is still not settled. Okay. So Dundon, everybody, you know, the Hurricanes went on this huge run in 2002, won a cup shortly after moving down to Carolina from Hartford. Okay. Dundon kind of comes on the scene because he wants in. All right. He wants into the big leagues. He wants a team. He did not want a hockey team. But the ownership group of the Hurricanes at the time, they were the kids of the dude that started the team in Hartford. All right. And they were like, we cannot afford this fucking team anymore. All right. Keep in mind, they played 3 years, Jason, in Greensboro. Okay. Before getting into Lenovo Center, because it took that long to build because it was problematic funding, the whole project. So Dundon comes in and was like, hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put up my money to renovate Lenovo, right? Raleigh City Council, Wake County. I can't remember the other county's name, like that directly is abuts Wake County, right? They're like, man, Tom Dundon's a good guy, except he's not. This motherfucker did not fund shit. Okay. What he did was kick in about $12 million, which, as we know, even with stadium renovation, is a drop in the bucket. Okay. While the city of Raleigh was on the hook for the rest and renegotiated the contract. So guess what the city of Raleigh gets for any Hurricanes game? Guess how much revenue they generate from Hurricanes games, Jason? None. It all goes to Tom Dundon. Okay.
The city too?
Yes. Concessions, fucking jersey sales, right?
Wow.
Anything that happens in Lenovo during a Hurricanes game goes to Tom Dundon and the Hurricanes. Right. So fast forward, we're in the year of our Lord 2026 now. Right. What just happened? The Carolina Hurricanes won another fucking Stanley Cup. Most people are excited about this outside of North Carolina. Why? Because they don't want the fucking Golden Knights, who've only been in the league like 9 years, to get another Stanley Cup. This was their third or fourth appearance in 9 years, right?
Didn't they go to the Stanley Cup their first year?
Yeah. Insane, right? That's why they changed the expansion rules for the fucking Kraken, which is a team I picked to pull for. Because I was like, I'm just getting into hockey. I'll pick the new team. Nobody can call me a bandwagoner, right? And they completely changed the fucking rules. But Dundon's made a bit of a nest egg. And remember Jason talking about his company. What was the name of it before?
Something financial. Drive, something services.
Yeah, Drive. Keep in mind, your boy here works at a car dealership. Guess who finances a lot of the fucking subprime car loans for us?
No way.
Santander. Yeah, baby. Right?
No way.
And it just goes to show you that money to these people don't matter, right? They'll forgive the loans. Rather than pay up a fine, because they're going to lose less doing that than it would for them to stop rolling out subprime loans, right? So, right, he's got a bit of a nest egg now, and he wants an NBA team, okay? So, much like his foray into professional sports to begin with, what's the only team for sale? It's the motherfucking Blazers, right? By professional sports, metrics, they play in an ancient stadium. We'll always remember, what, I can't even remember the corporate sponsor of the Blazers arena, but it was always the Rose Garden for how many years,
Mhm.
man, right?
Mhm.
He immediately takes over, cuts support staff, cuts laundry staff, and starts fighting with concessionaires inside the stadium, inside the arena, right? This guy made a lot of his money doing private equity shit, just taking an axe to things so he can generate more profit, right?
Mhm.
I mean, look, you saw what he needed a head coach, Jason.
Yeah, it's
He
crazy.
got one yesterday, everybody. Would you like to hear the contract details? One guaranteed year. One. And that's next season with 2 club options.
And how
It-
low is the pay
He's being
compared to?
paid 65% less than the next least paid head coach in the NBA.
If you read that story in Current Affairs, the dude didn't even send. Like there were some developmental league guys that actually participated and did quite
Yes.
well,
Yes.
and they usually travel with the team. And he wouldn't let those guys travel
Oh,
with the team
no.
just to save like an extra 10 grand.
Yes. And get this. Now, like any sport, rosters are capped at a certain number of players, right? But you always bring more.
Mhm.
Okay. Like you always have some guys that don't dress and travel. Typically, that's late in the season, when you're gearing up to go to the playoffs, excuse me, or you're trying to get younger guys more minutes going into the next season,
Yeah.
to see what you get. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Dundon wasn't having any of that. He's like, are you one of the 15 players on the roster? No. Yeah. You can't come with us.
You can fuck right off.
Yeah.
Plus is leaving.
He's like, you see that over there? You fuck off over there and just keep fucking off until you get to Coachella Valley or wherever our G League team is. Okay. So Dundon now is like, hey, city of Portland, state of Oregon, we need a new stadium, and I will not put up any private funds. Keep in mind, he's owned the team for 5 months, and he's going to the city and saying, I will not. Not I'm open to it, not let's negotiate. It's I will not put up any of my money to build a state-of-the-art stadium. And what comes with these state-of-the-art stadiums, everybody? It's like the Simpsons meme. Go ahead and say it. An entertainment district. Yeah, right? And while not putting up any of the money, okay, he expects all of the profit. All of it. Like he has in North Carolina. When the Blazers are inside that arena, they will take all the revenue. Right? And we're seeing more and more teams forcing contracts like that on the city. And that's part of the reason why, I don't know if you saw Minnesota Twins, Target Field, their concessionaires are on strike right now.
Because of that.
Yeah, because they're trying to force the Twins are trying to force Target Field into turning over all revenue, which means that this subcontracted company that these people work for won't be eligible for things like raises and things like that, and certain performance, boosters to their pay, because it's not going to be there, because it's all going to go to the Polehat family, right? So, yeah, this is insane. Like, I get it. The arena's 30 years old. I'm going to go ahead and say, just off the top of my head, I know 2 stadiums that are over 100 years old that are still standing and completely functional. Fenway and Wrigley. Granted, they've had to have a little love, right? And that's what happens when you have a 100-year-old building, But the fact of the matter is this: no city, no county, no metro area should be held at gunpoint to give up money to build a stadium that is not going to generate any real revenue for the area, right? And I think it goes down to this. People don't like to hear this. There's only been 1 year, a single year in the last 40, where a sports team has had a net positive income for a city. And that was 2016 in Cleveland when LeBron came back and won the title.
Damn.
That's it.
He's that good for business, or was at one point in his life.
Right? That's the only time in the last 40 years. Stanford has been running these numbers since the 50s about the economic effects of professional sports teams on the metro areas that they're in. Mm-hmm. And a big driver of that, Jason, was the westward migration of baseball teams to California in the 50s and late 40s, early 50s. Because to entice the Dodgers, to entice the Giants, right? The public had to kick in. Yeah, they had to kick in public money to build the stadiums to put their asses in. Right? People think that fucking what's the fucking family that owned the Dodgers when they moved, Jason?
Oh fuck, not the buses.
No, it starts with an
A. Moved. Is the family
the O'Malley family?
Yeah, thank you.
Right? People think the O'Malley family paid for essentially raising the entirety of Chavez Ravine and paying for every steel girder that went into Dodger Stadium. He didn't pay for shit. He did not pay for shit. Virtuosus in a super chat, Mac. Every publicly funded stadium story told is a rerun of Marge and the monorail episode of The Simpsons. By the way, let's go next. All hail King Brunson. Nepotism done right. Okay. I will honestly say this. I don't see, I actively rooted against the Knicks because I'm a Cavs fan. That team is built phenomenally well. Brunson is a fucking beast. I don't know what Becky Hammond was bitching about, saying, Jalen Brunson will never lead a team to a title. And then she didn't back away from it when he won a title. But I wouldn't say it's nepotism. Jalen Brunson is twice the NBA player his dad ever was. And I'd argue maybe even 3 times the player his dad was. But yeah, I mean, the shitty thing is this is only going to get worse because, I've talked about it when I had Dr. Walton on and we talked about the publicly financed stadiums that were trying to be pushed in Northern Virginia. Remember? And that beautiful woman in the Virginia General Assembly was like, nah, bitch, and just scuttled everything. But the life cycle of these stadiums are only 25 years now. You can't finish paying the loans for the stadium that you're leaving before you take out more to build another one.
I mean, that's been the model since Al Davis and the Raiders as well.
Yes, but it's compounded because now it's not. You used to offset the loans with bonds, right? Like people would buy bonds to help spur on construction. You're not seeing a lot of that anymore, dude. Do you remember the last time you saw a bond issue to build a stadium?
Well, right now it's fuck off. What do you say? You can go fuck off over there. That's what the Warriors told Oakland. And you keep fucking off over there. And the Raiders told Oakland that to keep fucking off over there, which is really, this is an interesting conversation because there's a space in the interwebs where there's all these people from the Bay Area that say the downfall of cities like Oakland is because all the sports teams left. And when you go and say, well, they don't generate that much money or jobs, people have a hissy fit because they don't want to believe that these teams don't generate money for a municipality.
It's because they do not think about what it costs to build the fucking thing.
But you can look a lot of this stuff up and you don't have to just go off vibes and feels.
I know, but it's just people, Jason, people are dumbfounded when I tell them the Montreal Olympics, which happened in 72, they didn't pay that shit off until 2006. And by that point, none of the shit they built for the Olympics was even usable anymore. Right? Dude, Rio had the Olympics in 2016. Only 2 of their venues are currently being used. They built 90 venues.
You have to have massive infrastructure for the Olympics.
Yes. And dude, that's why I give Boston a lot of credit. They're like, yeah, we're not hosting shit. We're not doing it. I give Chicago, I don't like the guy. I can't stand the guy. But Rahm Emanuel, when the World Cup hosting cities were coming around, when he looked at the contract that FIFA like slid to him across the desk, you know, the fucking that the CEO of FIFA is just like, you know, like,
yeah.
Mayor Emanuel, you know, suck on this. He was like, we get nothing from this shit, but we have to cover all the cost. No, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, like that's smart. You know, I mean, I joke around and blame the Braves because, you know, they went from Turner Field to SunTrust after 26 years, you know, but this is going to become a recurring thing, right? Because we're not going to see the bond issues floated to build stadiums anymore. It's just going to be straight up loans, right? Like Jason said, it's going to be loans and vibes, man. Loans and vibes.
Why, can I ask you this question? This is just conjecture on your answer. Why is it that they want to build new stadiums? And I get the whole entertainment section of downtown. To a certain extent, I get that. Why don't they want to build these sports cathedrals that we loved so much in the past, a la Wrigley, a la Fenway, the original Yankee Stadium? There's a certain personality that those stadiums all had, for better or for worse. Even a place for me like Candlestick Park and also the Coliseum where the A's played, where you had all that foul territory.
Oh, do the mixed use stadiums? Yeah.
Like what is wrong? How far have we gotten from that, where we all want the Toronto brand new stadium? Remember when Toronto built their new stadium in the 90s?
Yeah, Rogers Center.
When they had a hotel in it and everyone was like, there's a hotel in the stadium.
Well, I mean, people forget that Toronto was the first, like one of the first teams that was owned by a corporation, right? People forget that. Like they play in Rogers Center. It's because they were owned by Rogers Communications for a long time.
Like
I think Rogers still is a partial owner. You know, like Montreal, corporately owned. It started out like as a, you know, like an individual owned it, but then they sold to Molson, you know, like the beer brewer. You know, Anheuser-Busch, people like equate them with the Cardinals, but they had a minority stake. They weren't the major, you know, shot caller for the team. But now more and more, what are we having? We're having private equity led corporations. Look at Fenway Sports Group just sold the Penguins, you know, where these companies, these corporations own multiple professional teams in multiple leagues, you know. Fenway Sports Group was just kind of like tired of fucking around with hockey. You know, they own like 3 international football clubs. They own the Red Sox. They're trying to get into the NFL. You know, so like it's kind of insane. You know, but Newry, that's a good point as well. The US sports fan culture, they do sit and take this crap. But we are seeing municipalities like really pushing back on footing the bill for all this. Right? Like you literally saw Kansas City, Missouri tell the Kansas City Chiefs, no, thank you. Right? Like, thank you for winning those Super Bowls. We do appreciate you. But you can take your ass across the river. We're not footing the bill for this. You know, while we sit and bemoan, you know, the mayor of Chicago is being ripped from fucking forehead to asshole right now when it comes to the Bears. It's because the state of Indiana said we will literally give the Bears money to move down here. And the thing is like Hammond is a 30-minute drive from Chicago. And it's technically by demographics part of the Chicago metro area.
Yeah.
You know, the sad thing is when it comes to our big 4, I would say probably the big, you know, the 3 out of the big 4, when it comes to those sports, you know, baseball, football, basketball, we're going to see this happen more and more often. And it's going to be up to citizens to say no. Because you got to think Kansas City has, you know, their constitution, the state constitution says that things, you know, huge expenditures like that go to a ballot initiative and the people voted no. Right. And here in North Carolina, there's no such thing as a ballot initiative. It's like, no, bitches, you voted for us to represent you. So now you're just going to deal with whatever we fucking want to do since you put us in this seat. Right. So people in Raleigh, it's going to come down to a statewide thing as well. because the state kicked in half the money for Spectrum Center where the Hornets play, just to try and get the NBA back. Keep in mind, they knocked out 2 city blocks, eliminating like 24 businesses and like 400 units of housing just to build a fucking arena to put a team in it that has done nothing but gargle ball sack like a porn star since they came back to the league. All right. But it's just insane that some of these cities, like, I don't know if Portland has ballot initiative stuff, but if they do, get it put on the ballot and see what the people say. Right. And I know that's going to bring up a fear of relocation, but Jason, you hit the nail on the head, right? How many of these owners are going to want to vote for relocation? Yes, they're going to get a cut of money because Dundon's going to have to come up with probably almost $1 billion to move the Trailblazers just to kick out to the other owners. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, keep in mind, this is going to come on the back of probable expansion. Right. The NBA is going to grow by two teams easily, I think.
You think they're going to put one back in Seattle?
I think they put one in Seattle and they put one in Vegas. And what they'll do is they'll probably like push Memphis and New Orleans east. You know what I mean? Like,
I could see that. Because, I mean, is New Orleans really a basketball town? But let me ask you this question, switching gears a bit, because there's a lot to talk about. As you know, I'm a San Francisco Giants fan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I keep it a secret.
Maybe after the last week, you might want to.
Considering Will Clark has had he was my favorite player, and I played in a town where he grew up in Louisiana once, and they had a picture of him on the wall, and I was like, oh, Will Clark. I fucking loved Will Clark. I used to hear things about him being racist, and everybody in the bar was like, oh, yeah. They were like,
What Jason didn't hear a lot in 88 and 89 was Will Clark taking a walk, trotting down to first, and was like, a Negro on first, huh? Never thought I'd see the day.
Every time a black person got to first, oh, they let you boys in the front door, did they?
And you still got to go around the back? You don't? Woo!
Like, there's a season where Will Clark and Barry Bonds and Matt Williams are on the same team. And you really have to ask yourself, was it really about money? Because Clark hitting third, Bonds hitting fourth, Matt Williams hitting fifth. Come on, man. Oh, fuck you, baseball strike. But anyway, so I've heard stories about Will Clark and racism over the years, but it was never enough to really divide fans. Recently, there's been, and keep in mind, pride is something that's, I don't think it starts in San Francisco, but it's definitely a big deal.
Oh, dude, that banner, it didn't start in San Francisco, but the banner was like picked up and held aloft during a lot of just bad years by the city of San Francisco. So like when I saw what happened, I was just sitting there like,
I think someone said, is he bad as Aubrey Huff? I think Will Clark grew up. You know, if he's still, he has a son with, is it severe autism or Down syndrome? I think he's got a child with some sort of
developmental
issue.
Yeah.
And that can calm somebody. Life calms somebody down. Not being an all-star can calm your ass down. There's a lot of things that probably have calmed.
I mean, just growing up too. I mean, let's face it. Like, I equate professional athletes the same way I equate soldiers. You stop maturing the year you put the uniform on, right? Like, I have platoon sergeants that were in their early 40s. You could literally hear their knees 20 feet down the hall. But goddamn, if they didn't drink like they were 18 still, right? They still didn't make dick and fart jokes. Athletes, like pro athletes, are the same way. You live in a very, very isolated bubble, right? Everything is handed to you, right? Once you get to the majors, you know, once you get to the top tier of your professional sport, you know, and Newry again brings up a good point. American sports culture, we worship these guys. They can do
Yes.
no wrong,
Yes.
you know?
Until they
So,
do it wrong.
yeah. And then at a certain point, some of these guys are like, dude, I'm a total douchebag. I got to fix it. Or, like you said, my son came into the world and has developmental, disabilities, or, maybe had a near death experience. Like you said, Will Clark, his bat speed fucking just,
Yeah. There's all kinds of shit that could sober you up, and maybe got his ass kicked in the locker room by Jeffrey. Who knows, right? But
Barry Bonds fucking headbutted him with that giant dome of
with the
his.
steroid head. There's all kinds of things that could have. Maybe he's still a horrible person. I don't know, but I will say this: there was no Pride Night when I was coming up. It wasn't big on the sports side. This is a relatively new thing. Even though Pride was celebrated in San Francisco, a lot of these guys did live in the city when they played there. This was not an issue because, like most major metropolitan areas outside of Atlanta, there's just you guys are kind of everywhere there. There's a gay district, right? Those ball players they're like, that happens over there.
Down on Fifth.
Yeah,
that's where you want to be.
We're not on that side of Market Street. They just didn't, and it wasn't a deal. I forget how many years it's been going on. It's been going on for a little bit now, and it's never been a problem. It's just part of playing in San Francisco, and it just is. You're not going to avoid it, right? But again, you kind of have to go to that side of town if you really want to be enmeshed in it. And Los Angeles is the same way. New York's the same way. Boston's the same way. Houston's the same. Like every city. St. Louis is the same way.
I mean, people forget, like it's like the ethnic enclaves in major, former, giant Rust Belt cities. When you came off the boat and you wanted to go work in the mill and you were an Irish dude, you went and lived in the Irish part of town.
Yeah.
Right? Like you went and lived in the Slovak part. It's just how it was. And especially considering what gay and trans people went through for how, decades, you can't blame them for being like, yeah, we carved out our little spot here. We're just going to stay right here. Like, this is good for us.
There's property values. There's community, right? This is one thing we talk about in the show all the time. Community. There's definitely community in these areas. But what's so interesting about this thing is it's really been divisive for a lot of the fans. And you see Giants ownership and management are kind of afraid to talk because they don't know what to say.
Dude, Buster Posey's a bitch.
Buster Posey has been Mr. San Francisco until the hiring of this coach hasn't sat very well with a lot of the fan base. Some of the decisions the team has made hasn't sat very well with the fan base because the fan base was kind of okay with being a 500 team.
Yeah, I mean, you've noticed that with Giants teams. They're like, we had that span where we won a World Series every other year in odd numbered years.
Yeah.
And we're okay if we're oh man, we didn't make it the last week.
We played the Dodgers tough.
Yeah, we took one game out of 4. We're good.
This is one of those things where, and Nuri, I totally disagree with you. I think if maybe you just live in a world where you like calling people the N-word or something, but if when the NFL did that whole performative thing because a lot of this is performative as well, with like we're gonna get rid of Colin Kaepernick for kneeling, but our recompense is we can say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
love
stop,
every person,
stop hate,
stop racial hate.
Yeah,
we're gonna put that on the back of the helmets until you guys get tired of it. We're gonna wear pink for breast cancer awareness. Like there's all these performative things, but the pride thing, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. It's just a uniform. It's nothing. And to have these guys be like, no, fuck these people and fuck them in that city. That's a fucking offensive.
Yeah. I mean, and what kills me is being a student of history, like you see in the United States in the late 1830s, going into the 1840s, early 1850s, we have this thing called the Great Awakening where everybody finds Jesus. Like you like woke up one morning, you're like, oh, it's Jesus. Hey, and you're this weird speaking in tongues Pentecostal, like we're seeing it now. And honestly, this isn't like and I know there's going to be some people. I imagine this one might get snipped a little bit and then put on the internet, and people are going to be like, "Oh, you're such a fucking ingrate." But this new Great Awakening, as I'm calling it, this isn't a response to what's happening in the nation. This is just a pushback against what they perceive as wokeism. That's it. Like, you cannot convince me. You cannot do it. That these like pitchers that put the Bible verses on their cap, right, are doing it out of a pure, unadulterated love of Christ. When it's like, bro, I'll put $20 that you were 2 fingers deep into a woman that was not your wife a couple weeks ago. Okay. I just, you can't do it. You and I we're in our mid 40s. We've literally seen some of the worst behavior from professional athletes. And if you think just because everybody's got a cell phone camera that it's going to change, no. Need I remind you that Tristan Thompson, of all people, fucked up his own gravy train by cheating on a Kardashian while she was pregnant, knowing that there's cameras all over this club, and then comes out and says, no, I was just talking about Bible verses to her. Dude, we saw you like enveloping her face when you were kissing her, so like, athletes are still, some of these guys are still going to athlete, right? Like, they're still going to do shit like that. It's just, how a lot of these guys will sit there and say like, putting the rainbow in the emblem of the team, that's performative. So is throwing some Bible verses on your fucking hat because you don't like it.
The whole thing, it's like, look, you're going to do this for how many games, right? 10, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Sell the hat on eBay. So what? And the fact that it became quote unquote political kind of speaks to the moment that we're in as well, where these guys are looking at themselves as the 2 Olympians that, had the black fist up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it really because there's this thing that happens in entertainment, and we'll put music in there and acting and all the other stuff, where over the years these people have done things that made them heroes for some cause. Like Marlon Brando marched for civil rights, and then he had that fake Indian accept his Oscar.
Yeah, his award. Oscar. Yeah,
but in his defense, he didn't know it was a fake Indian, but still.
I mean, at that point, Marlon Brando probably didn't even know he was Marlon Brando.
I'm sure he was high out of his mind.
Yeah.
Also, that like I agree with you that there's this assumption that these guys are just like super Christians, and that's the only problem they have with San Francisco is the gays. It's like, nah, they probably wouldn't be there regardless of the team. They're like, well, I want to be out. I don't want to go to San Francisco because there's just too much heathenism that goes on. Dude,
they're Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. My head's spinning from all the gay, I mean, yeah, Red, that's a good point. Like, multiple people, they weren't required to wear these hats. Just leave them in your locker. Just leave them in the locker. Wear your old cap. Right? Like, these guys are like Riley Gaines, the woman that swam, that was like, oh, but I lost to a trans woman. And she always puts air quotes around trans. And it's like, bitch, you came in 5th. You weren't even smelling the podium. Okay? Like, you weren't that good. Like, just stop. Like, it's this victim complex thing that we see all the time. Like, and the 2 pitchers were like, these are my religious beliefs, and they were trying to make me go against my religious beliefs. No, they weren't. You weren't required to wear the hat. You took the opportunity to put on the pride cap, right? And then get the right spacing away from it so it could be seen, and write your little Bible verse and, letters large enough to where it could be seen, and then you wore it to the mound. You did it, right? Nobody forced you. Shut the fuck up. And I'm with you, man. Like, that's a great point. These guys have control of their careers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not act like professional athletes. Don't just walk into their boss's office and they're like, yo, coach, fuck this place. I'm out. I want to be moved. In 98% of that time, the team's just like, well, we got to get rid of him because I don't want to have fucking headache on my hands for the rest of the season. You know, like, it's just, it's infuriating, right? Like, between that and the Sorsby thing the last few weeks, dude, I've just wanted to like run around like bursting through walls like Kool-Aid Man. You know, like, these things are so dumb. Like, how does Brandon Sorsby, okay? And yes, he's the number one transfer QB in college football this year. That doesn't mean shit to me. It doesn't. Okay. He gets busted betting on his own fucking team, and not a small amount, right? This isn't a Black Sox amount of money, even accounting for inflation. This is way more than Eddie Sykott and the rest of those guys bet against their own team. And they were banned for life. Sorsby manages to transfer to another school, play a couple years, decide he's going to transfer again, finally get busted, and goes in front of a court in the town his new school's at. And the judge says, no, he can play. He's good. He's fine. He's fine. Like, how does that happen? How the fuck does that happen? Right? And then we see this whole thing where the Texas Tech Board of Regents and the mega booster that is literally bankrolled Texas Tech's NIL stuff, right? Come out and say, it's an addiction. He needs to be supported. You know what? You're absolutely correct. It is an addiction. He does need supported. He also does not need to be on a fucking football field, bro. He does not. Right? And then rather than continue to make the stink, what does he do? I'm going to disenroll from school. Guaranteed way in the league this year. Supplemental draft.
And the NFL says we're not doing the supplemental draft.
And the NFL goes, nah, bro. And what's the next step? He's getting ready to file suit. Here's the kicker, with the NFLPA's backing against the league.
For monopoly?
Yes.
But this is what I was saying about Kaepernick. This is what I was saying about Shedeur Sanders as well. The NFL colludes all the time. I shouldn't say all the time. The NFL colludes, and they never really pay for it. Information came out around the Shedeur Sanders thing that they had colluded not to pick him up. And I feel like the Sanders family in general is like, look, he's in the league now. Let's
fuck it.
Let's just be quiet about it and do our thing, which I think they were always going to do anyway.
Dion at this point just like, let's just get him out of Cleveland.
Like what's really interesting about the Sorsby thing, besides the NFL colluding to say we're going to be real in your face about this, it's one of those collusions where people are okay with it because I don't think they like the idea of a player gambling, but you want to go like, what do you think's been happening for the last 15 years in the open with fantasy sports?
Do we not see the irony in? Breaking news. Brandon Sorsby was told by the NFL they won't be holding a supplemental draft, so he'll have no ticket in the league. This segment's brought to you by DraftKings. Right? Like
the DraftKings ticker on the screen.
Yeah.
That's the worst one when the ticker's on the screen.
Dude, Jason, I was literally watching SportsCenter, DraftKings logo in the bottom left corner, and then the Sorsby news. Irony. Hypocrisy, right? You have saddled Goodell and the owners have just like, they're minding the stepchildren. They're working the shaft. They're going full bore to the belly button with sports gambling. Okay. Nose to belly button. That's
making money.
Yeah.
It's making gobs of money. I would love to know how much, actually Nuri, I believe, works for one of the gambling places. I think he works for one of the sites or a casino.
It's just you're gonna like. I'm not saying what this kid did was right. I don't condone it at all. I think it's fucked up, and he shouldn't be allowed to play.
Mhm.
Because if he's gonna bet against his own team once, he's probably gonna do it again. I'm just saying.
You're telling me that he's going to Art Schlichter his whole career? Ohio native?
Yes, Ohio native Art Schlichter. Yeah. Ohio
There's
State's
no way
own
he's
Art
gonna Schlichter his
Schlichter.
career.
Yes.
Oh, he worked at a casino. Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if it was a casino or if it was a gambling website.
You know, but like, I mean, if you really like, if I'm Sorsby at this point, you are not going to win a lawsuit against the NFL. You will not do it. Your war chest will never be filled enough. Like here's Sorsby. He walks in with like a briefcase full of cash, right? Like he sets it down. He's like, here's my war chest for my lawsuit. Like the NFL opens the door. It's just a room filled with gold with a dragon sitting on top of it. Okay. Like you're not winning that fucking lawsuit. So you know what you need to do? Take your ass to Canada. The UFL is alive for another season, bro.
He's going to gamble. Look, this, if he's smart, he just turns this sounds horrible, just turns into an online career as being an odds maker. I'm Brendan Sorsby. No one knows more about football gambling than me.
Hi, I'm Brandon Sorsby. You may know me from dropping $90,000 on bets against my own team when I was in Indiana and allegedly at Cincinnati. Wink. You know?
Can you imagine him like calling in? I know so many guys in the NFL and college.
Yeah, I mean, and this leads us into another thing, right? Because Sorsby was going into his 6th year. The NCAA just passed a 5-year window for you to be eligible. And because the NCAA passed another rule, naturally a new lawsuit popped up where 15 former NCAA basketball players who left their schools after 4 years are suing to get their year of eligibility back. Right? Mm-hmm. This has been an insane 3 weeks since we got the sports show on, right? Like, I think I read 3 of the players, Jason, have been out of the college for 3 years.
We did a show, was it a couple months ago, where the dude had graduated, he like played in the league.
Yeah, he played in the NBA.
And he was suing for eligibility to go back and win a chip.
You know, like I think if you want to get a control, if you wanted to actually control this, you set up the clearinghouse before you even meet with Congress to settle, you know, House v. NCAA, right? You set up, hey, Congress, look at what we got so we can ensure that NIL is handled properly. Then you enact the eligibility rule, right? We're going to do 5 years from the time the kid graduates high school or the time he turns 19. Bam, there's your window to play.
What about injury? Are you going to lose years for injury? You're going to keep this word?
No, the only exemptions are for religious missions, military service, and there was one more. You just lose a year for injury now. You have 5 years to play.
Do you think that's fair, though?
I think it's going to get challenged in court because everybody and their mother is suing the NCAA. I have no idea how they have
your money. Personal opinion. You're the judge. Is it fair?
No. I mean, because you got to think, if a kid gets injured like game 1, that's a whole season he lost, right? Mm-hmm. If he gets injured in the 10th game, that season's done, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna have to suck it up.
Yeah.
I think we should, like, it should be a common sense thing, right? Medical redshirt for injury that happens in the first 3 games. That way you don't lose a year, you know? But like I said, if you get injured 9, 10, 11, hey man, you played 80% of the season, dude. That's a whole fucking season, you know, that's most of a season. So, but yeah, I think it's going to get challenged in court, you know, and of course they're going to venue shop again, like Sorsby did, making sure he's like, hey, why don't we file the lawsuit in Lubbock?
Another thing no one's saying, I don't think that motherfucker would have played in the NFL, not as a starter.
No, I don't think so either. I mean,
he's not very good. Like, why a guy that isn't very good? He's not Art Schlichter. Schlichter started. in the league. He was a good quarterback
in college, and then by the
And
time he
it's-
got to Indy,
That's right. He had his eyes on other things.
yeah, parlays at fucking 2 a.m. at the racetrack.
That poor man, and he's never gotten right. He served prison time. I think he
Dude,
spent more time in prison than he spent in the NFL.
Dude, he did like 10 years in prison because
He
he
was
wasn't
in
just
prison.
wasn't just like dropping like I'm gonna put $500 on this one. No, dude was putting like 10, 15 G's.
Well, I mean, it's not just
like,
gambling. Right? You're going to have other problems that go with it.
oh,
right?
oh, dude, he was a horrible alcoholic, and then decided, hey, cocaine would be great to just put an icing on this whole shit cake for me.
I'm on a 3-day bender and I'm hot.
You.
It's when I hear Brendan Sorsby, I'm like, why are we talking about this guy like he was going to be
okay?
Next?
I'm going to say this about Brendan Sorsby. Yes, he played well at Cincinnati. When Cignetti got to Indiana, you know what he told Brendan Sorsby? You might want to go to a different school.
You'll never be Fernando Mendoza.
Right? And then he went out and got Fernando Mendoza, a guy who was good at Cal, right? Like he was good. Yeah. He's not something like you looked at him and you're like, well, that guy's good. He's going to be a superstar, like he wasn't that guy. And then he gets to Indy, he gets to Indiana and just Cignetti's offense was perfect for him. Right.
I still feel the same way about him when I saw him at Cal, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty good.
When you think about the people he played with, I think the production was actually very good.
I think he played with a lot of grown men. I think we're seeing that in all college sports right now. Put enough adults on the field that are, you don't have to be 5-star adults. Cam Ward's a #1 draft pick. He's the franchise quarterback. Was not any star coming out of high school.
No, I mean, and dude, you got to think this eligibility rule is really going to kind of spin things because, like, look at the NBA. We went from, you got to be 3 years removed from high school, just like the NFL. Then it was no, we'll let high school kids come in. Then it was nope, you got to do one and done. I think we're going to go back to seeing the days of guys staying in college 3 or 4 years because what can you do now? Make a shit ton of money.
Well, I was surprised Cooper Flag. I almost said Cooper Cup. Cooper Flag came out because I thought he was going to stay in college. But
dude,
I guess there was just more.
Yeah, I think there was more opportunity for him, not just the bank, but at Duke, he was the best player on a very good Duke basketball team, right? Like he wasn't one; he was 1A or 1B. In Dallas, he's the entire fucking show, right? Like he is it. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of athletes, that's a big deal. I mean, look at the friction between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown right now. Jaylen Brown, Tatum tore his Achilles in the playoffs, not this past season, but the season before. Mm-hmm. So he didn't play hardly at all this season until the very end. And Jaylen Brown was like, this has been my favorite year. And when a Boston reporter was like, is it because Jason Tatum's not on the floor? He was like, come to your own decision. Like, and that, okay, I think we got our answer, Jaylen. Thank you. But it's we're going to see probably more guys staying in college for 3 to 4 years. And we're probably seeing the death of the really good high school kid that could play in the NBA, but he can't because he has to do 1 year in college, but he doesn't want to. And he goes overseas to play. We're probably seeing a big curtailing of that.
Well, that was a big reason why I think NIL for the university system was going to be so huge because they said we can keep, from the basketball standpoint, we can keep these guys for at least a year, and we get the guys that were going to go overseas, but they're all mad about transferring. Right. That's the real burr in their bonnet is the fucking transfer kids. They're like, look, next year you're gonna get back. Yeah, but I get to play on this other team. And I watched the interview. Did I send it to you? Marshala Ali, the actor, was a basketball player in high school. He's from the Bay Area, actually. And he was coming out the same year as Steve Nash. And it was an interview show with LeBron, Marshala Ali, and Steve Nash. And Steve Nash went to Santa Clara. Mm-hmm. And Marshala Ali was getting recruited
First off, that's an immigrant taking a slot from an American player. Fucking Canadian, go back. No, I'm kidding, everybody. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Rashal Ali says, I can't remember the school. I think it was St. Mary's. St. Mary's said, we love your game. We think that you're going to start as a freshman and you need to score 20 points a game. And so he's like, all right,
let's go. Yeah.
Then the coach for Santa Clara comes to his house and, he's talking to his dad and they're like, we like you. We like your size, but you don't shoot very well. Your defense isn't that great and you're not going to start as a freshman. And he was like, fuck that. I'm not going here. And that scholarship went to Steve Nash.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. Yeah. He looked at Steve Nash. He was like, that scholarship went to you. And I watched your career. He was actually really quite kind about it. Steve Nash.
I mean, let's face it. Mahershala Ali maybe didn't get on the basketball court and have the career he wanted, but he's done very well. Multiple acting awards or the Golden Globe.
An Oscar for Green Book?
Yeah. He was nominated again for Curious Case of Benjamin Button. If Disney ever gets off their ass, he's going to be the lead character in a Marvel tentpole movie. I think I could see him just being like, can you believe this skinny fucking Canadian kid snakes my scholarship?
It was funny hearing him talk about that. But what he said was, he goes, in that moment, I didn't want to hear that I needed to work on anything.
Yeah.
And, we know recruiters say everything to everyone. But what happens when you have all these guys? We've talked about this with football ad nauseum, where unless you're really good, there's no development. And by the time you get to the league, your learning curve is probably going to be not 1 or 2 years, but back to 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
No one's going to give you that.
And see, this is the killer. This is another big spot of news, right? In 3 weeks, Major League Baseball and the Players Association decided that they were going to start negotiating the new CBA in season. And the owners came in and said, listen, we want to drastically change things. No more high school players into the Major League Baseball draft. We want colleges to handle development. And then you're like, whew, wow, that's a horrible idea. We just finished up with the College World Series. And in game 2, Jason, North Carolina sent an 18-year-old freshman out. He threw 65 pitches. Okay? Because of all the elbow injuries, college baseball and minor league baseball are now working with doctors for an actual rest program for pitchers. So 65 pitches, the minor league baseball script or whatever you want to call it, that's 3 days rest now. Guess what that 18-year-old kid did in game 3? Went out there and threw another 56 pitches.
Damn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you expect colleges to develop talent for your major leagues, dude, your development process, because if college is going to handle early development, Jason, what goes away? Single A baseball, not high A, but A baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 30 minor league teams that disappear. So you go from 120 teams to 90, right? You have no early pitching development. Yeah, it's a Glaber. Yeah. You have no early pitching development. A lot of these guys coming out of college struggle to hit when you put wooden bats in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There are some guys that can just you could put a fucking 2x4 in their hand and they're just going to rake. Some guys are talented like that, right? I'm pretty sure that's how, Will Clark learned how to hit when his Diddy was throwing up.
He was chasing black people.
Yeah, Hey, Will, go grab the 2x4. We going hitting Diddy? Nah, man. Another one of them walked through the yard.
Will Clark, if you're watching, please leave a comment in the comment section if you're no longer a racist. So I've been afraid to touch your baseball card.
It's going to be funny when he pops up in the comments on YouTube and he's like, I wouldn't talk to you anyway. And you're just like, well,
I've been watching Will Clark videos. You know, he's on a podcast.
oh yeah, yeah.
He
I've
talks
watched,
about hitting. Yeah,
I watched a couple clips where he talks about like the biggest shit talkers at like first and second base, which I think are hilarious.
yeah. He just talks about hitting. I think he's probably chilled out quite a bit from his.
You know, but player development is important when you've got so much money tied up in these players, right? So, like you said, it's going to push it from like 2 to 4, and if you're letting colleges develop your players, you're probably looking at 3 to 6 now.
Are they going to have an exception for their Latin players? They sign it like 8.
Oh no, get this. No more just standard draft. It's going to be a world draft, because what they're tired of doing is bidding for like the Japanese and Korean players, right? They no longer want to honor the big signing bonuses that they give to like the big, you know, like Juan Soto got a pretty big one when he was like 16. You know, when he was signed to his first contract, you know, they want them all to be, you know, standard boilerplate kind of stuff for the whole world. And on top of this, eliminating 5 rounds from the draft, because you eliminated 30 minor league teams. Do you need all those roster spots?
How many rounds did MLB draft again? 30?
Yeah. Keep in mind, this was chopped down from 72 to 30.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about going to 25. So what is this? This is a blatant cost-cutting measure. That's all it is, right? And I don't know if you've watched what's happening in Louisville, which has the Redbirds, which is a AAA team, one of the older stadiums. Because it's owned by Diamond Baseball Holdings, you know, the private equity firm that owns 40% of all minor league teams now. They want a new stadium built downtown Louisville, right? And the city of Louisville said, no, we're going to pass, which means that team could be homeless in 2 fucking years when their rental contract's up. I was reading something when I was at work. I was taking like a 10-minute break. Louisville looks like they might pony up some money, but Diamond Baseball Holdings, like I said, the private equity firm that owns 40% of all the minor league teams, refuses to put in their own money for stadium construction. Just saying.
You texted me. Look, this is what I've been telling people this for an entire week now, because you texted me, said, Jay, we're going to talk World Cup. I've actually watched a fair amount of World Cup. I watched Scotland and Haiti torn because I got so much love from Scottish people touring out there. Of course, I have to love Haiti from my Haitian co-hosts, my Haitian brothers and sisters.
Dude, yeah, and I wanted Haiti to really make, excuse me, to like do something. Like I didn't think they would win it, you know, but like pull out a dramatic tie like Cape Verde.
Yeah, right? I was like, come on. I was watching to the last second. Like, you never know. That was a hard watch. But that being said, I'm going to give the floor to you, because I'm not going to sit here and step on my dick like all these other Americans have been on World Cup coverage.
This is the first soccer World Cup I've actually paid attention to. I'm typically a rugby World Cup guy. Like, that's where I am locked in and focused. But I've watched every match except one. Like, I'll have it on my phone, like when I'm at work. I'll have it on my laptop. You know, but I'm watching the matches. And from what I've seen, Nuri, keep your fucking comments to yourself for like 10 minutes, bro. All right. I'm going to open up giving Nuri a ton of credit. When we were talking about the World Cup kickoff, I talked shit about America. They've looked fucking locked in from the very beginning. Messi's doing Messi shit. I thought it was hilarious. What was it yesterday? The Athletic put out an article. I was talking to actually Red Dogger about this. I was like, the Athletic, Jason, literally published an article that said Ronaldo is cooked. And then he goes on and puts 2 in the net. You know,
do you think, I want to ask this question to you and the other fans of World Cup soccer, as they've expanded the games, do you think the records that are being broken should have an asterisk, or you don't care?
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think so, because some of these teams go 20 years without getting back to the World Cup. Fair. You know, so the fact that Messi has done it as well as he has for so long. And Ronaldo, like, even though I think he's like a pretentious fuckstick, he's one of the top players to ever put on fucking cleats, right? Like, he really is. But we know that Father Time, again, undefeated. Father Time doesn't lose, bitches.
Mm-mm.
Okay. But like,
That's why steroids make so much sense, dude.
Yeah. But no, Nuri was absolutely correct. He said that the US would be a force in this World Cup, and they have been. My favorite team out of watching them, I know I jokingly said Bosnia Herzegovina, but that team looks like, wow, how did you make it here? But Cape Verde, dude, their goalie's a brick fucking wall. 15 saves. And on top of that, he doesn't even play. He plays in the USL, Jason. He doesn't even play in MLS. And that guy was just like fucking Neo stopping soccer balls, you know?
There's something different about World Cup play.
It is.
There's
it is
different about World
and
Cup
I
play.
love how all these people from all these countries are coming here and just bringing all their soccer tradition. I love, dude, nothing pumps me up more than the man that's paying homage to Patrice Lumumba for DRC. Yeah. And he just stands there like his statue, like waving for the entire match. I think one of my favorite things I've seen is, Scotland's had a couple matches in New York, right? And John Oliver did a segment, Jason, talking about the Scots fans, and like they make friends wherever they go, right? Like everybody loves them. And they all kind of lumped, they like got hotels on this one block. Like it's just Scottish people coming down, hitting every pub, every bar. Dude, they drank dry. No bullshit. 26 bars. And so they go up, like it's a local New York newscast. And it's this tiny, like street reporter, I'm Annabelle Martinez Sanchez Cabrera, because they always get a woman with a hyphenated Hispanic name to go out and talk soccer to people, even though she may not know it. And this guy's easy, like, dude, 6'5", probably like 260, thick Scottish accent. And she's like, so you drank it all dry? And he's like, oh yeah, we did. All that was left was Bud Light, and we're not touching that.
What's sad, what's been kind of the heartbreaking thing in the whole shit is like hearing these stories of people getting denied entry. The Iranian team having to practice in Tijuana.
Oh, dude, that's not even the only team.
And it's not. And I want to say it's not a shade on Tijuana. It's that it's making it difficult for them to cross that border. It's very difficult to cross the border. Drive up to LA for games. It's not close. LA is, depending on when you leave, it's about 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, they're required to go through customs, right? Like they have to go through the border control. They play the match, and they have, I think, I read they can only be in the States for 20 hours, and then they have to leave.
Have to go back to TJ. They lost so much support staff coming up. Other teams, we all heard about the referee.
Yeah, the Somali referee.
Entry. Keep in mind, there's Scottish people that were denied entry, some even detained, but trying to get in to watch the game. So the U.S. has done kind of a really shit poor job.
Well, look who's in charge of it. A guy named Mark Wayne Mullen. And that's not a hyphenated name, everybody. His name is Mark Wayne. And somehow he's Cherokee. I don't get it.
Nuri says, but they had no issue letting in Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
He's awaiting trial for a sexual assault.
Yeah. And this isn't like the Conor McGregor, like the prosecution, the state attorney didn't have enough evidence. Like they have a fucking file this thick against that dude, Jason, and they still let him in the country.
That's to me has been the black eye on the World Cup, has been the U.S. really fucking over certain places, and the fact that because we're all trying to enjoy the games, right? We're trying to enjoy the games, and then some of these games have been really good. That you never want that to be overshadowed.
Yeah,
because that's what this really is. This is all sports washing for ICE operations, which for the most part, they're still going on. Maybe not in Minnesota anymore to the level that they were going on, but they're still going on.
Yeah, I mean, and dude, let's face it, the forces that were deployed in Minnesota are just more dispersed. They're not as thick on the ground, but they're still conducting operations. I mean, fuck, dude. I don't know if you saw, but they put up a mobile fence with barbed wire and like 3 flock like camera systems around the goddamn reflecting pool, and they've arrested 20 something people just for walking near it. Right? Like these operations haven't stopped, and that's a good point, Jason. This is 100%. Let's put on let's do the circus, and I am enjoying the circus. I would be a hypocrite if I said I wasn't. I'm very much enjoying the World Cup. I never thought I would say that, but I am. Okay,
it's the same thing that happened in Qatar, right?
Yeah,
when it was like, oh, Qatars, they're just sports washing.
Yeah.
They're horrible human rights abuses.
10,000 people died building the venues. Pfft, don't worry about that.
They're not haunted.
Yeah. You know, oh, all the matches have to start after 9 p.m. local because it's too fucking hot during the day. Well, no shit. That's what happens when you make the supremely great decision there, Mr. Infantino, to award the World Cup to a place that only averages like 1.5 inches of rain every 3 years. Like, come the fuck on. What do you think's gonna happen, you dipshit?
So, yeah, well, you know, another thing that's happening in this country that the World Cup, we don't want to overshadow. And I didn't think I would be talking about it on this show, which is, you know, the Dick and Fart show. But tomorrow night is going to be too much Dick and Fart stuff. The amount of titties in that movie, Mac, it opens with titties. Like, you've seen Revenge of the Nerds, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of titties in Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, dude, there's
hair
so
pie.
many
Remember
titties.
the hair pie scene where the dude's taking pictures of, yeah, this, so much more in this. So much more. But anyway, the sentences came down for the protesters, and one protester got 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
Another guy got 30 years for making a zine.
Yeah, the UK has completely lost the plot in what an actual terrorist is.
No, this is what happened in the States.
I know, but I'm saying this is all an extension of the vast overreach and throwing around the word terrorist and terrorism, right? I don't know how you make a zine and have a sentence come down for 30 years where every fucking attorney in this country isn't filing a lawsuit for these people in violation of their First Amendment rights. Right? The whole thing was to protect you from the government. And this is the government impinging free speech. You know? I mean, this isn't like, I'm not an attorney and I could connect those, you know, two things. Right? And what really kills me, man, is there are so many people, and maybe it's not the number I think, maybe they're just really fucking loud, that are totally on board with this. And I'm like, bro, wait until the focus gets turned on you, dude. Right?
A zine.
Which he probably printed with like a brother printer in his basement.
A brother.
You know?
What people got sentenced for, the 100-year sentence is on some insane shit. I believe that was the guy that had the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was some shooting, wasn't there?
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. We like to claim shooting. We really, really do. Do you know what a lot of police departments fail to do at alleged gunshot sites? Conduct any kind of GSR testing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. People think when I fire a weapon, the brass gets flung and the bullet goes out the pipe And it's going to hit what I'm aiming at, hopefully, right? And that's the end of it. No, sir. No, 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 no. That powder that's ignited, it comes out too. It comes out the barrel, comes out the ejection port, it comes out under the slide. It's everywhere. Can you see it? No, you cannot. But it is there, my friend, right? But because of how police have allocated funding into things like better kit than I wore in Afghanistan, military vehicles, automatic fucking weapons, flock surveillance technology. You know what they've really underfunded, Jason? Everybody's favorite, TV show, CSI. Right? They don't fund that shit anymore. They don't care. They're not there to solve crime. They're like, people think that is hyperbole. It's not. They're not there to solve or deter crime now. Literally. Okay? It's been going on for years, but it's really ramped up. I'd probably say in the last 15, the police are militarized and they're only there to protect the state. That is it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Not even your friendly county sheriff who's, I'm just here to make sure the men aren't beating the women and we're not, and our DUI cases drop. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not, dude. Shut the fuck up, Cletus.
So that should be one of those things. This has happened during the World Cup. You want more attention brought to the fact that people got these 130 and I believe 50 years ostensibly for protesting. That should be scary because this is what we knew was going to happen after January 6th. What did many of us in this left world say? We don't need new laws because we already have some really strict ones on the books.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to happen is this is going to get turned around and everything is going to be January 6th preventative.
Yep. Now, keep in mind, damn near everybody that took part in that little party in the Capitol, as some of these, MAGA people like to call it, they've all been pardoned and released from prison. Maybe a few of them have went back to prison for other crimes they committed after the fact. But, the fact of the matter is we knew, because this is a playbook, man. This isn't made up. Strong arm, authoritarian, fascist governments work from one playbook. And getting harsher stuff put on the books, they turn it around on their opponents. It is like clockwork, right? When we decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to exchange some freedom for security, and we allow these fucksticks to pass the Patriot Act. These guys can surveil U.S. citizens. And now we have companies like Apple like, no, look, we fought the government in cracking open one of our phones. You still turn over information through data sales to the government.
And we can detain you for terrorist bullshit for as long as we want.
Yeah.
Have fun trying to have a trial. Have fun trying to get a lawyer.
Especially if they get their way. And that is if they proffer terrorism charges on American citizens for, say, protesting, they want to send them to Guantanamo.
That's what's so...
You know what happens when you get to Guantanamo? Like you said, good luck getting a trial. You're going to have a tribunal. You will be locked there indefinitely.
Indefinitely. That's the goal. What the Patriot Act was how do we lock away American citizens indefinitely for any sort of crimes against the state that we don't appreciate? And
I would even say perceived crimes. Perceived. I mean, he said what? He thinks private health insurance is bad? Terrorist. Lock him up. Lock him up. Get him on that plane.
Literally, we just saw it. And here's what's scary. Don't look to the right. Don't look to Fox News. You know what you're going to get with Fox and Newsmax and all those places. Mm-hmm. Are you listening to NPR?
MSNBC.
That's where it's frightening to me. Mm-hmm. When you look, I always say, I listen to NPR in the morning. I just turn the radio on so I can hear the local news.
Jason's got that milk frother out. Just
I gave the frother away. I froth nothing.
Right? He's oh, a little more cinnamon. There we go. Let's turn. Hi, I'm Gene Martin for NPR. Jason's just sitting there like
their foreign policy.
The smooth monotone of Jane.
No.
Well, today we have a member of the Department of Homeland Security, and we're going to be talking about the lawful detaining of protesters. I for one think that what these people are protesting. When you get extremism, and sir, I'm not saying you're an extremist. On the right, it begets extremism on the left. What say you, sir?
Better than that, Mac. Live tomorrow is our interview with Vice President Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
JD Vance will be joining us tomorrow on It's All Relative.
They love right now. They love bringing in these anti-MAGA people or these people that I heard Fareed Zakaria.
Oh, Fareed Zakaria.
Zakaria.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. He was saying some outlandish bullshit where this dude was gushing all over the place on a foreign policy show. And also keep in mind, the public station that I get, also I get the UK news as well.
Okay, so it cuts in for like some BBC stuff.
Yeah, some BBC stuff like late at night, right? So it'd be the morning for them. I get the BBC morning show.
Hello, I'm Jack Martin here for the BBC. It is now 4:30 Greenwich time. 4:30 Greenwich time. And here, opening big news today, Keir Starmer has stepped down. Here are his statements from 10 Downing Street. I would just like to say that perhaps I tacked too far right, but I did whatever I could to set the United Kingdom aright and to represent the working people of England. And then you get some like Cockney Brit guy, oi, fuck off, bitch. Just
the mood here in London.
Oh, yeah. We're going to cut away to Jan Surrey on the streets in London. The mood here in London is just mixed elation and dread. Now, what is next for Labour? We're going to talk to the Member of Parliament from Berwickhamshire.
You do that. You listen to this also. I think you listen to
BBC
this
all the time, man. I listen to BBC all the time.
In listening to this, what's been interesting is their foreign policy is trash. And when you listen to their foreign policy, it's always from, these are the things you're going to hear. There's dictators in Cuba and Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
There's a corrupt government in America. This is NPR. This is liberal NPR. The same station that'll have a very heartwarming story about people fighting for women's reproductive rights and people fighting for migrants. You're going to hear the same, and that same channel, you're going to hear some horrible foreign policy stuff. And when it's coming down to these protesters, it's pretty mixed. The local side of the news may be a little more left-leaning, but when it's coming in from DC, it's just like, oh, well, this is the DC line, and these people.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's boilerplate propaganda, like 100%. And that's the thing. Like, I think what killed me most is, what are the it's Cuba, it's Venezuela, it's Iran, it's Gaza, right? 4 big foreign policy.
Oh, they're done with Gaza.
Gaffes. Well, no, because you get the guest that comes on. It's like, we're talking about Iran. We are not talking about Gaza, right? Like that's their thing now, right? But one of the guests brought up the recurring civil war that's gone on for like 25 years in DRC, and he's like, well, that doesn't matter. That's an internal, Congolese matter. Well, bro, literally 2 of the militias that are fighting have been armed by the American military and the CIA for however long.
These aren't the droids you're supposed to be looking at.
These aren't the M4s you're looking for. All right, these are not. Yeah, bro, it kind of is. Like, it's literally a Samuel Colt stamped in English. That's an American-made weapon. The issues that they're having in Sudan, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. like all these hot spots where we have American forces at or nearby with clandestine operations, which has been confirmed by, everybody's favorite fucking doofus, former national security advisor, fucking Tulsi Gabbard, and, the secretary of Dick Suck, Pete Hegseth, they've confirmed all this shit. Like, why shouldn't somebody bring this up? Why are we just focused? Well, the president just said that, when we overthrow the government in Cuba, we're going to send Marco down there to take care of things. Why would you send the Secretary of State down there? Whoa. Why do we take the president so seriously? He was just joking around. And it's like, dude, whenever somebody says Cuba, Marco Rubio's mouth starts watering. He's just like,
dude, no. Okay. Apparently there's a ban on social media where you can't even look for Cuba. If you're looking for people talking about Cuba,
I would be surprised. I would not be surprised at this point,
So this is how bad it is. Look, you will hear stories on NPR about Cuba, but the stories you hear are very pro-regime change stories. Mm-hmm. That while they will weep for the people, they're going to pull at your heartstrings to be these liberal moralizing tales of why there shouldn't be a blockade. Then the problem is the Cuban government. Will the Cuban government go the way of the Venezuelan government and sacrifice Raul Castro the way that Maduro was kind of sacrificed for the greater good of Venezuela, which, I don't know what to say. 2 earthquakes of 7.1 and 7.0 just hit Venezuela.
Yeah. And the thing is, they still do not have a functioning government. Still.
Well, I mean, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Delcy.
Yeah, because that's functioning really well. She is literally just a puppet for the United States, and you know that. Dude,
I don't believe that.
Her mouth doesn't move unless it's being fed to her. Right?
I think that from what we saw, the agreement was to give them Maduro's head on the stick. They made an agreement to give them Maduro's head on the stick. The United States government went way overboard, probably with what was agreed upon.
Shocker.
It cost the lives of like 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I wasn't in the room, but you have to ask yourself, do you think this dude sat down with his advisors? I do. And was like, okay, well, this makes the most sense for all of us. And did he fall on his sword, or do you really think he was sitting there and didn't know at all?
I mean, I imagine he probably knew about it.
Probably didn't know it was going to be that bad, right?
No, and he probably didn't know it was going to be that quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
He probably, like you said, he's got like his head shed there, and they're like, "Listen, President Maduro, like, we're going to catch hell if you don't step down and get the fuck out of here." And he's like, "Well, how much time do I have, guys?" And they're like, "Oh, 48 hours." 6 hours later, he's in fucking,
blowing shit up.
And
I think they went in, total guns blazing on some horrible hero shit that nobody asked for.
Yeah, I mean, and the sad thing is like More Perfect Union has sent some reporters down to Cuba, and the Cuban people are like, the situation is fucked.
Yeah,
it was fucked before the blockade got amped up, but they're like, we do not want, the people that were interviewed were like, we do not want free market style American capitalism down here, right? We want some changes with how things are, and I don't think that's too much to ask, right? But a lot of the people are like, if American troops come here, we'll do like we did in 1953. We'll just go up in the mountains and have them come after us. It didn't work out well, for American-backed military forces the first time. And they're not wrong, right? Like, it's like when we started bombing Iran, and they were like, dude, the 82nd still has 2 brigades forward deployed in fucking Kuwait right now, right? Yeah, go ahead and start putting boots on the ground in Iran. You thought fighting in Afghanistan was bad?
Well, that's the thing that the U.S. is trying to avoid.
Shit.
Right? The U.S. is trying to avoid a boots on the ground situation.
And see, this is another thing. I don't mean to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
How well did just bombing work in Kosovo? Fun fact, it didn't. It didn't fucking work. Just bombing places does not work, right? All you're doing, well, I mean, Clinton didn't do it as bad. But I mean, fucking Trump literally wiped out 75% of America's air-to-ground missile stockpile just by bombing Iran. So that should tell you the sheer amount of munitions that have hit residential buildings, schools, clinics, hospitals, mosques, right? They're not going after military targets, bro. They are literally doing this to go after the civilian population. Now, there's been a lot of folks that have either left Iran or like snuck into Iran and done documentaries. And the population of Iran, like 65% of it is like 29, between the ages of 18 and 29. It's a very young population. And they're like, we don't like our government, but what we don't want is America telling us what type of government we should have.
And bombing the shit out of us.
Yes. And see, I have he's not a friend, he's an acquaintance, a guy I served with. He works for the State Department. Right. And he constantly like hits me up and he's like, hey man, like, I don't understand how you can have your politics and we have to fulfill this role as like the world peacekeeper. I'm like, why?
Why? Yeah, why?
When you have
Iran is no threat, was never a threat to the United States.
Yeah, and everybody's like, well, we don't want them to have nuclear weapons. Dude,
Why?
They've been saying that my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the verge of developing a nuclear weapon. Where is it then?
Well, what happens if they have one?
Right? Are you freaking out that Pakistan has like fucking dozens of the fucking things?
That's what I'm saying. What happens if they have one? Like, tell me what happens.
I would argue Pakistan is a far more politically unstable country than Iran, right? Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, and there's multiple ones. We're not getting into like geopolitical discourse right now, and I don't want to bore everybody, but I would argue that how many coups have they had in our lifetime? Quite a few. How many military dictators have they had in our lifetime, Jason? Mm-hmm. 3, I believe, off the top of my head. And the democratically elected prime ministers they had that weren't like right-leaning were assassinated. So like, I would say it's not the most politically stable part of the world, but like, it's insane to me that we have people that actually argue for the United States to be this world policeman. But it's like, dude, we outspend the next 10 countries combined in military expenditure, including China, right? When you have the largest military on the planet and you are forward deploying elements of that military in like 95 countries, you're not a world policeman. You're a fucking bully. 100%. That is what you fucking are. And when the president wakes up on, the wrong side of the bed and decides I'm going to bomb Iran, that does nothing but demonstrate that bully mentality. If I bomb you and kill enough of your people and destroy enough of your infrastructure, I can get what I want. That is a fucking bully. And I cannot fucking stand that shit.
Speaking of bullies, I am supposed to write an article on this man, and I finally have gotten ahead of my weekly work, and I think I can start.
Stephen A. Smith. This is like one of my least favorite people on the planet.
I haven't watched this video, by the way.
The way you feel about Doug Williams is how I feel about Stephen A. Smith, minus the N-word. Minus the N-word.
I don't think it's minus the N-word.
Yes, it's minus the N-word.
Maybe you say some worse words. Maybe you say the S word, huh?
No,
you know what the S word is?
No. What is the S word?
Chuckle.
Oh, no. No.
So let's see what Stephen A's got to say.
Stewart said, how about the Knicks, though? Mamdani should nationalize them. Let's go. The people's Knicks. The people's Knickerbockers.
They kind of damn near are right now. Okay, I don't know what Stephen A. Smith is going to say, but I'm sure it's going to be horrible. So buckle up, buttercups. Or not.
Let me be very, very clear. If the Democratic Party becomes the likes of Zoran Mamdani, you have no chance. You have no chance. On a national basis in terms of the presidency. In Senate seats in the House, you have no chance. You have no chance. I want to be very, very clear about that. You might have a Democratic Socialist sprinkled here and there, but that ain't what America is. America's about capitalism. America's about dollars and cents. America's about an economy, a flourishing economy. Okay? And you know what it's not about? Free stuff. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it.
Whatever, dude.
Can we just, I don't know, kind of address this right now?
Yeah.
When have we had a functioning economy? Not in my entire fucking life have we had a truly functioning economy. We've had a series of booms and busts brought about by the development of dodgy. Jason, give me the pass. Stephen A. Smith pisses me off. Wow. Dude, reclaimed. The thing is, Stephen A. Smith is talking about running for an elected office somewhere in New York because he believes that the members of DSA, and it's not even just members of DSA, there are a lot of smaller left parties running in local elections that are kind of running an umbrella of a campaign called Vote Socialist. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get a lot of backing from, you know, that mainline Democratic Party because he's a name, right? He's a name.
He's a big name, and I'm gonna, if I can write the piece, if I still have time. I think I might have missed my deadline and I fucked up. But if they still let me write the piece, is it for current affairs? I do want to throw in kind of the broader Negro ecosystem of media. That have you seen the video where this girl is shitting all over Boots Riley's movie? We watched in the Champagne room with Touré last night. She's first of all, she goes, "I'm an activist for black people that get shot for alleged stealing, or they got shoplifting, and I'm an activist for these people. And there's a rap song out, and I can't listen to it because I'm like, first of all, it's a rap song, lady. Have you listened to rap in the last ever? Because you're gonna die in a rap song.
Yeah,
there's a lot of shooting in rap songs. But anyway, Stephen A. is kind of defending this man right here.
You must not take someone's success
this guy?
and feel that it's a burden, it's a must that he has to pay for your loss. No, it's America. You got to understand my success
pause it real quick.
Is not yours. You're not my partner.
He just said that he shouldn't have to pay for my loss. Bro, you made bad real estate investments and I'm paying for yours.
Well, this is a massive.
Oh, yeah. He owns several hundred buildings.
He owns over 100 buildings
in
New York. And they're talking about freezing the rent and but until he makes certain repairs. And he's very furious, and he's teaming up with a lot of other major landlords in New York to try to fight Mondami on the rent freeze.
Yeah, see, it was guys like him when New York City was literally like, I mean, we've seen the pictures when you have like the husk of the old apartment buildings, and like there's
lighting them on fire and taking the insurance money. Yeah.
There's a burned out Lincoln like on blocks in the street, you know, like they went and bought property dirt fucking cheap then and continue to just jack up the rents, you know, and for people like this, right? They truly are fucking parasites, right? I guess maybe because of my politics and how I look at housing in the United States, people don't realize that. Did you know that Vienna, like 90% of the apartments are all government buildings, and they are phenomenal, crisp, very individualistic, right? They have one of the lowest homeless rates in the fucking planet when it comes to industrialized nations, right? And yes, Austria is a very small country. I know. Okay. But what has everybody heard me say on this show? And what have you heard me literally text you furiously about at odd hours of the night? Right?
Hours of the night.
we don't have a one size fits all solution. So we tailor it to the areas we're in to fix it. That's how you do it. That's what fucking Vienna did. So how do we not learn from that? We don't need guys like this fucker and all his friends that are forming. Isn't it like the property owners, like it's like property owners association?
Yeah, they get into it in the clip. It's a little clip, but there's a part of it in the clip that he says this beautiful line that just is like, what?
New York Mayor Zoran Mamdani's affordability agenda has put him on a collision course with the city's landlords. He wants to freeze the rent for about 1 million rent-stabilised apartments. Buildings like this one have rent increases regulated by a city board and are much cheaper.
So one of the issues that these landlords are bringing up is that the property taxes on their buildings are going up, so they have to raise the rents, but the rents are going up higher than
the percentage of the property tax increase. Yes.
So that's the major contradiction that we're seeing here. So they're using this one small metric to justify large increases, again, without really doing a lot of work to the units.
Than the typical market rate apartment.
This your building? Yeah, come on.
Humberto Lopes owns more than 100 buildings across the city. He says a rent freeze paired with rising property taxes and repair costs are leaving some landlords in the red.
We've renovated and we stuck, let's say, the $760,000 into this building. In the meantime, this property tax kept on going up and up and up. As of last year, we're at $77,000.
You're paying $77,000 US dollars in property tax a year for this building.
Yeah, a year.
And how much rent are tenants paying here?
The rents are basically anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500.
Is that because they're rent stabilized?
They're rent stabilized. So basically, a 3-bedroom apartment, huge, for $2,300, you don't find that nowhere.
The Rent Guidelines Board found landlords had a 6% increase in income for buildings with rent-stabilised units in 2023 to 2024 and a 12% increase the year prior. Humberto Lopes disputes the findings and has formed a coalition of property owners to fight Mamdani's housing policies.
People forget that real estate is a business. You must understand that. This is not for free. This bullshit of free doesn't go this way. That's how you destroy something.
So a lot of people want rent-stabilized apartments because they feel they can't live in New York City without it because it costs so much to rent. So do you see that there is a problem?
Here's the problem. Let me stop you. I want a Bugatti, but I can afford a Mercedes. You understand me now? Don't go.
There you go. America, America.
Just remember that, everybody. You want a Bugatti, but all you can afford is a Mercedes.
That's what I'm going to tell someone when I see them using their WIC.
Oh, to buy like a 2-liter of Pepsi?
Fuck are you doing? Looks like you're living Bugatti dreams.
Oh, you're trying to buy a Chevy when you should be buying Corolla.
Oh, look at you. You want to use that card for McDonald's? Oh, do you got Bugatti dreams, brother? You got Bugatti dreams. You're living them out on my dime.
And see, this is what kills me. Like I haven't spent as much time in New York City as a lot of people, but when I went up to New York City for Tribeca, like, I got to stay off Broadway at the Nomad. Everything's beautiful. Walk 2 blocks north. And you could see these buildings where they are being charged, $2,300, $2,400, $2,500, not for a fucking 3-bedroom apartment, but for like a 1-bedroom, like a studio. And you could tell there hasn't been maintenance done on these fucking buildings in forever. So what the fuck are you talking about? Well, I put $760,000 in this building. Over how many years? 40? Because that's nothing. That's fucking nothing when you're talking about upkeep of property.
That much property. It's just part of the investment.
This is a business. All right, let me stop you there. It's a business. Real estate's a business.
These people don't understand. This mayor's coming here. It's free. Everything's free. Free this, free that. Free, 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 free. And what happens when everything's free? Niggas. I made that last part up. He didn't say that.
Not on camera, anyway.
I played this song for Teray last night, and I told him that this might be the new anthem, and I want you to hear it. I don't. It's up to you if you're going to sing it.
Oh, I will not sing it, but I'll.
You can sing it if you can sing whatever you want to sing, man.
I won't do that. I don't know what's more beautiful, this or that kid coming out of anesthesia.
Still a nigga when you try to give him grace. Don't know why you even bother saving face. You can switch codes and change your clothes. New suit, new tie, won't fix your woes. Still a nigga when the casket closed. Still a nigga if you're young or old. You're still a nigga, you're still.
So why I'm laughing so hard, I sent this to my cousin, Adam Myles, first cousins, and we send each other goofy shit back and forth.
Okay.
And I send it to him, and he responds back to me. I was in the kitchen vibing and wasn't paying attention to what this bitch was saying.
He's like making lunch, and she said
he said he texted me like later when we got done with the show, because I sent it to him like right before we went on air, and I was like, oh, Adam would love this, and I sent it to him, and he said he was just eating dinner in the kitchen. He was like, it was playing in the background, he was vibing, and he did, and he goes, what the fuck did she just say?
Like the record scratches, and Adam's like, I bet you're wondering how I got it.
Yeah. I said, I'm so sorry. Please tell your wife that it was all my fault.
Like he's like cutting up a pepper, and it finally dawns on him. He's like, wait a minute, his wife's head pops around the corner. What are you listening to? Some shit Jason sent me. I don't.
Wasn't me.
Yeah.
He sent me the nicest response. He goes, she met me when I was 24, my man. He's like, I was a wild boy, so this ain't nothing new. But I can you imagine you're playing this in your house and with your kids, Mac, and you're not paying attention?
Oh, dude, my daughter would be like, are you gonna turn it off now? Did you hear what she said? Why are you listening to this? You know, just she turns in like to the inquisitor that's leading the Inquisition in Spain, you know? Like, I'm just like, wait, what? Jason sent it to me. Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Jason, your friend in Mexico. That one?
Someone said the passion is really killing me.
I mean, she's got a beautiful voice.
I love the way she changed up the I'm every woman.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. It's then there's this.
Did you know you can steam your pussy? Well, I decided to build my own yoni steam stool.
Yoni steam. Okay, so is vagina steaming the woman's equivalent to a dude sun bleaching his asshole?
I don't know. What's worse?
I don't know.
Why do you? Somebody said, "God damn it, Jason."
Yeah. A yoni steam stool.
What is it supposed to? I stopped listening when I heard her say steaming pussy. I was like, put this in the save bank.
I don't understand the supposed health benefits to it. And wouldn't that hurt? Like, that's
I don't understand. Let's see what it does. I don't know.
I've been walking the path.
Somebody said my algorithm just be dropping me off anywhere.
Yeah. my algorithm like pulls up like a lift to my house and then drops me off 6 blocks in a place I don't know. I'm like, wait,
Mac,
what?
Look, she's got 3 cherries, a drill, and this board. That's some scary shit. Somebody else said, how did I get here?
Path of returning to the goddess. This has looked many different ways, yet at the center has been the constant of self-ceremony in devotion to my body and the sacred. Simple rituals like yoni steaming somehow feel radical in a culture that's been stripped from a reverential relationship to pussy. The steam brings nourishment and warmth to our tissues and womb, inviting cleansing and support from herbal allies. It is an ancient ritual shared across cultures, rooted in deep tending and care of our womanhood, both physiologically and energetically. This wood was once a table whom the children of the village once painted upon, which now feels like a beautiful honoring of the cyclical nature of life. These small acts, like crafting my own stool, feel like a reclamation of something primal and ancient, something meant to ripple out and touch the hearts of all.
And this is how RFK got in office.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. She's a petite woman with little to no muscle on her. I still wouldn't sit on that stool. That is a accident waiting. You don't have any diagonal support structures for the legs. That's a very flimsy yoni steaming stool. Like, that is something you expect your kid in 6th grade shop to bring back. Like, Mom, check it out. I made a yoni steaming stool for you. And you're like, oh, that's nice. And then you put it in the bin to take out to the road like a couple days later. And they're like, Mom, whatever happened to that vag steaming stool I gave you? And you're like, I don't even know what happened to it.
Vag steaming stool.
Yeah, you know.
Someone said, at least she's handy.
I mean...
She built that by herself, sanding that wood. She's fucking handy. That is true. That is true. I needed help installing my new hose bidet. Did I tell you? Did I send you the picture?
No, you did not. But Nuri brought up a good question. Has Jason had any luck finding his Emma Vigeland yet?
True story. No, I'm not going to tell it. I shouldn't.
The funny thing is, Nuri, Jason hasn't been able to look at Emma the same way since we all pointed it out. He got invited on the show 6 times, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't make it. I got conjunctivitis. I
was
don't
in
know."
New York and did not see any of those people while I was there. I sent this to Mac, and he said that this is bad news for me.
Yeah, that is bad news for you, Jason. This one. All right, everybody. What Jason did was send me this and then say this. And I replied with, Jason, you've been known to knock up Asian women. You should stay away from this one.
Oh my God, Virtuoso said no thank you. It's going to smell like microwave fish.
Well, that's what happens if you spend too much time on the yoni steaming stool.
Prairie says he DM'd Emma about it. Did she? She had no idea what you...
Dude, Jason, the hilarious thing was, you know how they had the elections in New York last night? There's a picture of Emma behind one of the candidates, like the DSA candidates that won, and Emma's just... Somebody on Blue Sky put it up, and I was like, dude, I about fell over laughing. I'm like, bro.
If did you see this? This is what Jason sees right before his alarm goes off.
Yeah. And then he wakes up in a panic and is like, how far along are you? What? Too old for shit. He turns into Murtaugh sitting on the toilet trying to get the bomb defused.
This is a woman rapping. She's kind of killing it. Meemaw is killing it. I think she's singing. Wait a minute. Come on. Play the thing. Something difficult.
Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DM. By the way, what's a DM? I know. You better come get this man. I think you want to be way more than friends. Say what? More than friends.
Geriatric Juice music video available now on YouTube. Okay.
Paris, I bet she makes the best.
Oh, bro,
brownie.
Perry, her brownie are just undefeated.
Dude, I love that line. Your man's in my DMs. What's a DM?
What's a DM?
She was killing it. That was fun.
I mean, she's having fun.
She's
Good
having
for her.
Fun. You know,
Nana,
see this right here? That's
Nana,
Dawn from In Vogue that shared this.
Good for her. You know, Nana sometimes got to cut loose. She did say she got into the goose, so she's a vodka drinker. You know, I'd rather have my Nana drinking clear liquors than brown ones, because brown ones, she could be streaking. You could bring a friend over and you're like, Nana, not at the family reunion. And she's like, fuck you. And she just like swigs at Jack Daniels. And then she's like, hey.
I can't believe she said your man's in my DMs. Yeah. What's a DM?
Is he bigger than you?
I mean, yeah, he's a bigger man. He's 6'2", you're 5'5".
You know what I mean, Delilah.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah. How much bigger?
You don't want to know that answer, bro.
Bigger, like too big to fit in your mouth, big, like a horse.
Okay, that's enough.
Guys, you don't ask that question.
Is he bigger than?
Yeah, you never ask that question ever.
Is he bigger than me? Oh yeah, my God, yes.
Yeah, it's too big to put in my mouth. Horse big.
Fuck yeah. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh.
I wasn't sure I could do anything with it. And then he pulls out some lube from his back pocket. I'm like, let's go.
That's what like, hey. I've never been filled. Okay.
Yeah.
I was filled.
Maybe the term's impaled.
In the movie we're gonna watch tomorrow, there's a scene where this girl goes, because they're supposed to be talking about their first time having sex, and so Phoebe Cates says to this other woman, she's seen her in hella movies, I can't think of her name, and she's like, was your boyfriend, was Bubba's big? She goes, I don't remember, because I was drunk and Bubba told me that I had 3 orgasms and I said it was the biggest I'd ever seen. I was like, I think that's sexual assault.
That's officially rape.
I'm pretty sure that none of that happened, man.
Yeah,
it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, that
your boyfriend did.
You might want to go talk to a cop.
And this was just hijinks.
Yeah, like shenanigans.
Young men shenanigans. I was like, Jesus Christ, young men are horrible people,
dude. The 80s, the 80s made like every 18 to 22-year-old dude just look like shit. And granted, that's a time period where there's a lot of young dudes that are just really bad people. But then you get like the one guy that's like, I never did anything like that. And they're like, what?
Mac, when you were little, I don't know if your parents talk like this, but did your parents ever put words in your mouth?
Dude, I love this one when he sent it, because
I said this to you, right?
Yeah, maybe the verbiage was different, but the message was the same.
Same thing, right?
Right?
You think I'm stupid.
My mother is whiter than me and threatened to beat my cracker ass once. And I'm just sitting there like,
I would have fell the fuck out if I would have been a fly on the wall.
I made a mistake once, and I'm like, I'm not the one that claims to be a fake Cherokee. And then she hit me in the face with a frying pan. So that was an adventure. Not a fun one. I will throw that out there. That was not an enjoyable experience. But yeah, no. You think I'm stupid? And you're just sitting there like, no.
This. If you've ever had your parent talk to you like this, please put a thumbs up in the chat.
The fucking room today. Also, so you just said fuck me. I'ma just do whatever the fuck I want to do. So you basically saying, I'm grown as fuck. I can pay all the bills around this motherfucker. So at this point, you just saying that you want me to kiss your ass with shit on it. I think that you think that I'm a dumb motherfucker. Since you want to do what the fuck you want to do. You huffing and puffing, so you must be saying that you ready to come beat my ass. If you feeling froggy, then jump, goddammit. You rolling your eyes and shit, which basically means, mama, shut the fuck up.
I love the puppeteer because you know the guy that's working the puppet, Jason, is like having flashbacks. He's like, "This is gonna be a funny skit," but
again, I sent this to my cousin Adam, and he was like, and so our fathers are brothers, and so he was like, "Yeah, my dad definitely asked me the same question about being froggy." Caleb Green put his hand up.
I always hated the ones, and I'm sure it probably happened to you too, where they like make you sit down first, and you're just like you know you fucked up today, like you didn't do a chore, or like you the school called, right? And they're just like, "Come on in, sit down," and you're just like, "Oh no," like you know it's coming, but you don't know from what direction, you know. And then it hits you with, "You must think I'm a bitch," and you're just like, "Oh, do I look like a bitch?" And then like if you get like, you know, like my mom would occasionally date dudes that you could tell are super uncomfortable being there in that moment, but they get dragged into it. So they're like sitting next to my mom on the couch, like I'm on a chair, and I'm like right in both of their line of sight. And like my mom would turn to the dude and be like, "Do I look like a bitch?" And he's just like, and like you can tell when the switch flips, when he's like, "I'm trying to fuck tonight." "No, baby, you don't look like a bitch." "Oh, so you're the one that thinks I look like a bitch." And I'm just like, dude, I
didn't say anything.
Yeah,
I said hello.
I didn't even say bitch today, man.
Yeah.
I'm in high school. I swear all the time. I didn't say bitch today.
When I saw that video, I fell the entire fuck out.
Did you ever have like you did worse in a subject where you typically do well, and like you bring the report card home? Because I pulled a C in like history once, and it's just because like my teacher was boring as fuck and I slept a lot. And she's like, "Oh, I suddenly don't know how to read." "What?" "Well, Mom, you are an executive assistant. I imagine reading is a big part of your job." "Oh, so I see a C here where there's normally A's." Yeah. "Oh, so did you just get stupid? Do you think this looks good on me?" It is freshman history, Mom. Like, got my ass beat for that one too.
This is what happens when you order Jalen Brunson from Temu.
Oh, that's fucked up. After this series Jalen had, nobody should ever besmirch that man.
That's hilarious, blood. I would have fell out. I would have fell the fuck out.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If somebody, because you know there was somebody that was like, "Look, check it out, it's Temu, Jalen Brunson," and everybody would have been like, "What?"
In New York, you would have gotten a fight. I think this is definitely the Philippines. This, well, I don't know if you understand that. I played this for Teray last night. We can end with this if you like. It's getting late where you are.
Okay. Oh, bud, just shave your head, man. Just, it's okay to say goodbye. It's all right.
Do you remember when Mike Tyson lost his shit in 2002 at the press conference?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hey, you should yell out, "Get him a straitjacket." To Mike? No way. Come on, dude. It'll be funny. Plus, it's super loud in here. No one's gonna hear you. Don't be a pussy, man. Fuck it. Nice, dude.
Put your mother in a straitjacket, you punk ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I you in your ass, you punk white boy. You can't touch me. You're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch.
Why is he gonna eat my ass?
Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face. Fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You're scared, coward. You not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
All right. And the white delegation will say that is some white people shit. Okay, that is some white people shit. Why is he gonna eat my ass?
That will forever be the most frightening thing I've ever seen in my life. And it doesn't matter who yells it.
And the thing is, it's like that got so much play on like Sports Center the next morning.
Yeah, yes, it did. Yes, it did.
And I remember I was getting up. I'd finished PT. I went to go get dressed, like for like get in BDUs and start the duty day. And I went to the day room because they always put like one of those giant TVs, you know, the ones that like you had to have like a fucking forklift to pick up.
Those big heavy ones.
Yeah, like the projector screen or whatever. They had one in the day room, and everybody has like their breakfast chow, like, and they're just eating in front. I'm like, where the fuck? Because you know I'm not a tall guy, so I kind of weasel my way in there. I got like a cup of cereal, and it's Mike Tyson. I'm gonna eat your ass, and I'm just like, what? And I looked at my buddy Hailu, and I was like, when did this happen? And keep in mind, Hailu's from Ethiopia, right? So he's got this like super thick accent. And like he used to drive us nuts because he'd get on the radio and start speaking Imrar, the language in Ethiopia. I always mess up the pronunciation. And I do apologize if you have any Ethiopian listeners. Your language is very beautiful. But when I'm trying to talk to somebody on a radio in the military, please speak English so we can all understand what you're trying to tell us. And he like starts spouting off like how crazy Mike Tyson is. And he's like, oh, it happened last night. Somebody in the crowd said, put a straight jacket on him. And I was like, word? And he's like, and he just kind of looks at me judgmental. And he goes, it was a white guy. And I'm like, fuck, man.
Put a straight jacket on. Wait.
I mean, that's ballsy. That's a ballsy move to like yell that to Mike Tyson of all people.
The two guys, you know.
Oh, dude, that was a great little skit there.
That's a funny
especially when he was like, ooh.
This is the future of hip hop, Mac.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm Georgiana. 2K26 turn Madonna. I want the race in a hurry. Cross me once, can't cross this bridge again. Cause I'm not Fergie. Woke up feeling like who? I woke up feeling like me today. Woke up swagging like who? Baby, don't follow, I lead the way. I got what you want and what you need. Come get it.
There you go.
No, that is. Yeah, she said her name is Georgiana. Go back to the suburb of Columbus that you live in, and
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana.
Woke up feeling like me today. Woke up swagging like who? Baby, don't follow, I lead the way. I got
People love this.
Who?
Why did you say who like that?
I just didn't find any of that experience enjoyable. It essentially made me want to sharpen a pencil and put it in my ear until it hit brain.
Do you know who Kenny Baker is, by the way?
No.
Kenny Baker is the little person that was inside of R2-D2.
Oh, okay. I didn't know him by name. I knew he was in there because like you have all the pictures of the guy who played Chewbacca, like standing next to him, you know, from behind the scenes.
So here's a story I found online about Kenny Baker.
It's a tragedy what happened with Kenny Baker. They made like 15 R2-D2s for the movies. He was in the R2-D2 thing. They finished filming. They packed all the R2-D2s away. He was still inside one of them.
No.
Screaming.
No.
Get me out of this thing. Get me out of this bloody thing. Like banging on it. No use. It's in a warehouse now. They go to make the next Star Wars movie, and they're like, something smells in the warehouse.
This is not true, right?
Off that thing. And it was hot in the warehouse. It's goo. It's just goo in there. These Star Wars people, this is how cruel they are. They sued the family for rent. They charged him for rent.
None of that is true, by the way.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say
None
there's
of that is true.
there's no way.
Kenny Baker died in his home. I believe he had cancer. He died at 81. All of that is fake. But if you were just scrolling on one of those sites, and you came across this video, you'd go, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
And there would be an angry post decrying Disney for abetting this horrible company that killed the little person inside of our
little person and sued his family.
Yeah.
Read the comments. Read the comments. Everybody, there's a few people that go, it takes you 2 seconds to Google Kenny Baker and you'll find out that he died at home. Yeah, no, it's fake. Now, apparently this was a podcast where they were joking, but take that little clip, put that music behind it, with those images, and you can come to your own conclusions.
Yeah. Jason, Drea did say that even Georgiana's mom doesn't like her music. And then Red goes, "I love you unconditionally, honey, but you absolutely gotta quit this rap shit or there will be consequences."
I don't like it. I don't think it's very good, but look, there's a lot of people's parents who hated their music. The guitar players from Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard.
It's a new jam band between Led Zeppelin and Def Leppard.
Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin.
We realized a couple of our mates weren't here from the band anymore, so we reached out to Led Zeppelin. They said, "Bloody hell, there's a mint to be made from this." So we started Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
In McRubs, I have personally seen a person that had turned to goo. Your intestines hold a lot of acid that's used to break down foods and aid peristalsis, which are the minute wave-like movements that your intestine makes to push food down, to draw the nutrients out and dispose of the waste. And once your body stops functioning correctly, that acid just eats away at the rest. And you will turn to soup. It's nasty.
But that did not happen to Kenny Baker, by the way.
No, that didn't happen to Kenny Baker.
That didn't happen to Kenny Baker.
I mean, I'm sorry, Kenny Baker.
He passed away, but
had cancer. That sucks. But I hope with him being at home, he was surrounded by friends and family that made his last days as enjoyable as they could be.
This is not going to make your day enjoyable.
God damn it.
Yo, get him. Bottom. Beat it got a motherfucking trap woman. Beat it got a motherfucking dance moves. Beat it got a hitter with the vet 2-seater. Punch bowl and Celine with a Sprite 2-liter. Beat it got beans. Beat it got codeine. Beat it got coke. Got shrooms. Got zins. Got trees. Bitches on that fat better not OD. 22 years old, but the same OG.
There you go. She's got it all.
Just because you can order a cool looking microphone off Amazon, and just because you can put some of that sound dampening foam on the walls and paint over it, and just because you have a friend that says he can produce your single, doesn't mean you should. Just because we can do something does not mean we should. Like, I can throw myself in front of multiple moving vehicles at work. I don't do it. And that particular young lady should maybe, I don't know, go to trade school. Or
damn, you told her to go to trade school. You told her to go to trades.
There's nothing wrong with going into the trades.
Damn.
Maybe she goes and learns to code. I don't know. But I don't think
trade school.
I don't think she's got a future in. God damn it, Jason Myles.
She's looking for cards.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
I don't know why my algorithm sends me these things.
It's because you gave your algorithm AIDS. And I don't mean Magic Johnson AIDS. I mean like early 80s AIDS.
I think this lady is innocent.
Yeah. You and Red and Prairie both.
First shot. I think, yeah, didn't do anything.
No, she definitely shot someone.
Oh yeah, she did right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she did it.
Yeah, she did it.
She did it.
Because she's got a couple of those pictures that are like pre-face tattoo, and then you get the one that's post-face tattoo.
And that's when you know, yeah, you did it. You did it, and you're going to do it again.
Yeah.
And again.
Oh,
this person? Oh, she did.
She did it. Yeah, she did it.
Did it. She's going to do it again, too.
Oh, dude, she stabbed multiple men.
No windows are safe.
No. Dude, I guarantee you she took part in the actions that led to the Hustlers movie starring Candace Wu and Jennifer Lopez.
I never saw that.
It wasn't a bad movie. I had never heard about it, so when I watched the movie, I went and read the article. Wow, Scotty. I understand you're an older gentleman now, but that's not a good look for you, bro. Oh, she did it. She did it.
She might be innocent.
Nope, she did it.
Damn. You think so?
Yeah, she did it.
Someone said she's innocent. I can tell.
Was that you? Were you the one that commented that?
Got arrested for stealing hearts.
Wow. See, that's some shit Red would say. That is some shit Red would say.
I think she's innocent, dude. I think you're a hater.
I mean, judge me. We know everybody that watches already does by calling me a rummist. I'm gonna surprise you all one day when I walk in here with a bottle of Sailor Jerry's and just house it. But I tend to shy away from the incarcerated. I have enough, issues making good decisions. I don't need somebody else to be like, yo, continue making bad ones. And I'm like, hey, what's wrong with bad ones? Let's go have fun. And then I don't do that.
She's pretty. Smash. That comment was from my burner account. Oh my God. So, okay, I lied and said we were going to go, but I need to up Mac and the rest of you on the world of underground orthodontism.
No. I mean, dude, dental work's expensive. I got it. Jason, I made the decision. I'm going to save up my money and just fly to Mexico to get my teeth done.
Get some work done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much cheaper.
Dude, it'll cost me around $2,800.
You were looking into it down
Mm-hmm.
there. I can hit you up with some dentists from people that I know, but this is a real thing.
They got Genevieve. You know what that is?
Genevieve?
Yeah, it's like the little stuff.
Like gingivitis?
Yeah.
I really wanted it for the cosmetic look.
Okay.
I don't think I never really needed them. I just liked the look. And then I ended up having space, so I wanted it to close the space.
She says an orthodontist quoted her $5,000 to get braces, something she couldn't afford, and her dental insurance wasn't going to cover either. So she took to TikTok, what many people are doing right now, and what she found is something known as a basement dentist, which isn't new. It's just being marketed heavily on social media. She said she was comfortable enough to allow her daughter and her niece to get the same thing done, but it didn't happen without hiccups.
When she clipped the brackets on the end, it'd be poking you, and then you try to call to ask her to fix it. She make 50 excuses not to fix it.
We scoured the internet and it really wasn't hard to find them. For example, this woman, Braces by Gina, is in Atlanta, requiring just a $50 deposit to get started. Or this woman, Armani Diana, she's on tour, making a stop in Chicago just this week. When we called her booking number,
the subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
No answer. So we text her wanting more information. She said it was the wrong number and then blocked me on Facebook thereafter. How much were you charging people to do these procedures?
At first, the experiment to just put it on, it was just $150 and it was like a monthly payment every month. Like my Atlanta clients, I probably got like 15 clients down there.
I'm just feeling like I'm being punked here.
We shared all of this with Dr. Heavenly Kime. She's a reality star and board certified dentist based in the Atlanta area. You remember we talked to her after our investigation into the fake veneer technician industry just last year.
And this is actually worse than veneers because you're actually moving bone and tooth structure.
She was shocked when we told her about this and the phenomenon known to the American Association of Orthodontists that put out a warning about so-called fashion braces back in 2024.
I cannot imagine how painful that's got to be.
Yep.
Oh.
Nuri says, I don't trust any of these names for a dentist. Fashion braces. I said the same thing, Dr. Claw. I watched that story a few times. I really think they should have kept out the part where the poor girl was trying to say gingivitis. That was just mean.
I'm not gonna say what these. Yeah, you sent me this one too. I'm not gonna say that what these underground dentists are doing is right, but I think rather than shitting all over them, maybe we can point out the inefficiencies in our own healthcare system where dental work is separated from your health.
Yep.
And because going back to what we were talking about, private equity forming all these large dental work conglomerates and pushing private practice dentists out. Like the one I went to quoted me $13,000 to get a crown and have 3 cavities filled. And I'm like, bro, I have insurance that's supposed to cover 80%. And they were like, oh, so they redo it. And I'm thinking they'll take 80% off. They still were going to charge me fucking like $6,000.
That's after the 80.
Mm-hmm. Like, what's the point in having insurance at that point?
Again, that's why every morning there's a massive line of people walking into this country to get dental and vet work done.
Dude, my boy had to have the artificial cartilage injections in his spine. Like, I have to get it done every couple of years. It's stupid painful. Mm-hmm. But it prevents like the bone on bone rub. And he goes to Mexico City and gets it done. Mm-hmm. Because he was originally hurt in the military, but he aggravated and worsened the condition when he got out. So they won't cover any kind of treatment.
Wow.
Yeah. And it only cost him $300 for a round trip flight. He's got to stay 3 days to make sure like the injection site doesn't get infected and that his body accepts it. Mm-hmm. And the injection itself is $150. Insurance companies charge medical providers here $3,000 per shot.
So he's saving money and getting to vacation.
Yep. And dude, this is what kills me about all this, man. How is it so much more expensive here if our medical system's so great than it is to literally cross an international border and go get it done somewhere else?
It's actually quite sad when you see it in the morning, because it's always older people and children.
Mm-hmm.
So again, there's nothing more heartbreaking than kind of seeing that in the morning, because like, damn, this is a song that I feel like a lot of you guys are going to start singing.
Oh, this is great. This is
gonna fade
then come get your ass beat. Because you are now tuned in into the Fade Factory. Even pigs, they knock you down. You better get up on your feet. But just know I'd rock your ass to sleep. You trying to run a fade, then come get your ass beat. Because you are now tuned in into the Fade Factory. Hey, bro. Even pigs, they knock you down. Bro, get away from me, bro.
You the one harassing me, bro. Like,
trying to run a
He just didn't stop singing it. He was with the cops.
I don't understand. He was just serenading police officers after a long shift. Like, he was doing something nice. Isn't this what the right wants? For us to be nice to cops?
Dude. The Fade Factory.
Put your ass to sleep.
I feel like you was singing that to your kids when they was getting out of line.
Well, my son made junior black belt, and he's getting to the point where I wouldn't fuck with him. Because his teacher was like, dude, I've never seen a kid kick as hard as he does. And I was like, that's not what I want to hear.
And then you told your kid, if you want to run a fade.
Tail like pops around the corner. I'll put your ass to sleep.
I saw that shit, Mac. I fell the fuck out.
Dude, when he sent it to me, like I was like, what the fuck's Jason? Like I had like a few minutes and I open it up and I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Wait, which one was this?
Oh, damn. That's not behind the back?
No. That's the side of your head, gang.
You dead ass?
Where did he hit you at? Where did he just hit you at? He hit you that hard? Gang, you telling me this man just hit you that hard?
If you want to run a fade.
Yeah. Put your ass, I mean, don't turn your back. Don't turn your back.
He said it wasn't behind the back.
What's behind the back? That's side of your head. Man, fuck this. I'm gonna go tell my mom, and she's gonna yell at your mom.
Mama!
Mom! Derek punched me in the back of the head.
Oh my God.
Caleb, my son does a lot of it's mostly kickboxing and karate focused, but he does grappling. It's a very well-rounded program. And he's stupidly good at it. I hate it. Because there's going to be a point where he tries to get froggy, and I'm just going to be like, you know what, man? My back hurts, and I'm going to just walk.
Like, I'm not trying to run the fade.
Yeah, no. Yo, that woman definitely did it.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. Go open that back up and show everybody again. That woman did it.
She's innocent.
She's got boudoir photos on her fucking...
That's how you know she's innocent.
That's how you know she did it, man.
Look at that. No.
Like part of me thinks that's got to be AI.
One of Drea's family members.
That's not AI. It looks AI.
Like AI. I wouldn't believe that. I think the real person is not going to be that, and you're going to be real disappointed.
Well, I mean, Red said, I don't care if she did it, Mac, to be honest. And Prey followed it up with, I can fix her. So
these motherfuckers. Can you fix her? She did it.
Yeah, she did it. Yeah, she did it.
She did it.
I don't feel bad saying it. You know?
I feel like Prairie is going to try to holler at that woman.
I mean, that's okay. You know, Prairie has a big heart.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
He believes in second chances, maybe even third or fourth. You know, he's just trying to get a nice lady to join him out on the farm. And I want that for Prairie. You know, just like for Sean Moon, I want him to get Caitlyn. You know, I want him to be clam slammed, right?
Why are you reading the comments these people are leaving? She got bodies. I would help her cover up the crimes, though. I wonder what it is. Oh my God, you guys are. So remember Bobby Altoff? She was the podcast white girl that would do the real deadpan.
Yeah.
She's a rapper now.
If you want a date, he gotta like he's a boss. I've seen Uber on his pay stub. You call him your soulmate, I call him my mistake. All these bitches in my comment section full of hate. Cause I make her favorite rapper rub my feet and feed me grapes. I'm kidding, or am I? Would you like to know? If he takes me to dinner, I'm gonna send him home broke.
Okay, I'm going to bed. That broke me.
There's a lot of bad hip hop that I've been saving.
That's not hip hop. That was her getting ballsy at the local coffee shop during Poetry Slam night. And then she got booed mercilessly off stage.
You called her hip hop debut Poetry Slam hop?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
Ooh.
Dr. Claus says, and that's Sukiyana, eating ass girl, hyping her up. That is the eating ass girl. Eat niggas ass. We eat niggas ass.
You know what? To each their own, man. You know, I don't judge people's sexual predilections as long as it's between two consenting adults. But that was bad. That was not. And we've seen some bad shit tonight. Georgiana was awful. I know her parents are very disappointed in her.
She's one of the hottest rappers out right now.
Again, in Indiana, in Hammond.
Dude, she was on the main stage at Rolling Loud.
No.
I don't make the rules.
No, she was? Can we have the rapture yet? That is astounding to me.
I'm not a fan. I sent that to Coach Will. I was like, this girl's blowing up. He said, I've done where?
The same thing I did.
He made me validate all the sites that have written positive articles about her.
Who would write a positive like, oh, Georgiana out of bumfuck Indiana dropping the hottest new track in a decade?
Yeah.
No.
Don't read the comments. They're going to depress the fuck out of you, dude.
No, I won't. I don't read comments anymore.
I do.
I know you do. Because occasionally you get a wild hair up your ass and then write a novel in text form. And then you realize it's taking too long to type. So I get multiple 6-minute long voice messages.
I do.
And Jason's like, this little bitch decided, oh, he's going to shit all over my work. Mac, you know how many hours I put in this shit? Just another 4.5 minutes of that. And then I'm finally I've listened to them all. And I'm like, Jason, what did he say? He said my work was obtuse. Well, I mean, was it obtuse, Jason?
That's not the point, Mac.
Yeah, just shitting on my work.
Just why do I have to take the turd? Fuck it. I'm not grabbing turds around here.
He ate some 7-Eleven chorizo and shit on my piece.
Deathbird said, what is she blowing up the bathroom?
Yeah.
Damn. Y'all are look, I'm letting y'all know right now. There are people saying that she's got the hottest song of the summer with that song I just played, y'all.
Oh God. No.
I'm not saying it. I'm just letting you know that people in the hip hop world.
Jason, we've fallen so far from our creator. Georgiana is the hottest hip hop artist.
I think she's better than Fake Mink. Wait till you hear Fake Mink.
I don't even know who that is.
Don't look him up.
I won't. It sounds bad. Fake Mink. Okay, first we gotta start an outreach group for rappers to help them pick their names, because that's dumb as fuck.
Wait. I gotta find this. Now I gotta find this one video.
Oh no!
Before you go, wait.
Jason.
I gotta find this one. If I can't find it in a minute, then fuck it. But there's this one dude. I showed it to Tucson.
You did not show it to MT.
And she was so confused because he's really confusing. I don't know what you call this style of music. There's no words to describe. I don't know if it's in English. I don't know who wants it. You know how you hear something, you go, oh, I think I know who that's for. Like even Georgiana, like I think I know who that's for. This dude,
no idea.
I have no idea who it's for.
Fun.
Like, there's no way in the world you could hear this music and be like, oh yeah, this is totally cool. Like I'm so down for this. No, quite the opposite. You'd be like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I am terrified about what
Wait, I'm almost there. That's what she said.
But
I know she was a lying bitch too. She wasn't. I said, look, lady.
I could tell she was pretending.
Yeah. Like you could have faked this orgasm like 10 minutes ago.
I busted twice. I used my boners.
Who do you think I am? Can't keep this thing erect this long. Only a man.
I'm a man in my mid-40s.
I'm a man in my mid-40s that's terrified to take dick pills. Lady, and you're out here trying to get all the sex in one time. No, it's not how we're going to sex today. Oh, okay, give me 2 more seconds. I know I'm almost there. I sound just like her.
User said, I'm sure Georgiana has a large potential audience of white trash who would have been juggalos a decade ago.
She does seem like the kind of person that would have juggalos.
Bro, when she was 8, her parents had her painted up and went to the Juggalo Festival.
The amount of shitty rap that I saved for you, Mac, is unbelievable.
Is it because I went to Wu-Tang last year? Is that what it is? I
no,
finally.
It's because, and I didn't realize I had another video of a woman steaming her vagina. How many vagina steaming videos can a man have?
Okay, why does a man have any vagina steaming videos? That's the question.
I also have been saving Georgiana videos for you. Okay. Damn it. I thought I had the full video of this dude.
Prairie said Jason won't take gas station dick pills, but he'll eat gas station sushi.
That is a me-ass thing to do, though. I was talking to somebody. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Derek Varn. He was down here. And we were talking about like dumb food that you ate growing up. And I was like, did you ever eat those burgers at AM/PM?
Dude, to this day, I still eat Spam.
I
grew up on that shit, and it's like comfort food now.
No, I don't really dig
I'll
it.
dice it and put it in like eggs. I'll make breakfast burritos out of it. I'll like make a grilled cheese and put like I'll brown a piece of Spam and put it like on there after I melt the cheese and stuff.
I'm kind of shocked at all these vagina videos that I have of people like steaming or sunning their vagina.
I mean, I have a friend, a man I deeply like. He's one of my best friends. He suns his taint every morning.
That's so dangerous, though, isn't it?
I am worried. That's not a place you can afford to get sunburned.
Right? You can really hurt yourself.
And this is North Carolina. If you go out without sunblock and you're pasty like me, like my buddy is, that is definitely, sunburn is definitely something you have to look forward to. And I just feel like maybe, because he's like, I go out there with my book and I just lay back and my legs are in the air, my taint's getting sunned. And I'm like, for how long?
Don't sun your taint, brother.
10 minutes? Like you're asking
it sounds like it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like who wins in the taint sunning? You know what I mean?
I mean, this is a dude that's like had a 6-pack since he was like 4 and he waxes his entire body. So
I guess the curtains have to match the drapes.
I guess, man. Yeah. I mean, Red, you got to get up tomorrow morning and
I found it.
Sun your balls, man.
I found it. So sorry it took so long to populate, but I found it. I need you to explain to me what this is.
Okay. Well, his aesthetic's all over the place. He's got a Yankees cap and a Nuggets jacket. He was doing the Albert and the Chipmunks voice, but it was still auto-tuned.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Red says you're making Drea's ears sad. I don't know what this is, dude. I don't know.
When they finally capture Jason on this side of the border and send him to Guantanamo, this is what they'll force him to listen to. Just put this song on a loop. Andrea answered, Red, my ears are very sad. Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do when they're like, hey, this is the next hot song?
No. It is. There's no words. Like, there's literally no lyric to sing along to.
I think I'm trying to see what he's saying. Let's see.
There's no words.
I don't know what he said.
Like, this isn't like Outkast with Bombs Over Baghdad, right? Like, you're trying to keep up, but you can understand the words. You can understand the lyrics. This is just,
somebody said it. Monster sponsored this. Yeah, this is a big deal. This isn't like some dude on his own Instagram channel. No, this is corporate sponsored. On the radar is like for the next hot rapper. So
yeah,
there you guys go. Remember, you get all your hip hop news here.
Yeah, from Jason Myles,
Georgiana,
yeah,
Bobby Altoff, Sukiana, this dude, fuck is his name? The 645er.
645er.
What does that mean?
Is
that do all his songs sound like that?
I love how this summer's gonna be. I predict you're gonna see 645s everywhere. Not to be a dumb shot. I'm in the limit, but I kick me. When I get it deep in the morning, I just
is he rapping?
He really just used a gas pump to point into the camera.
Like it's a gun. Yeah.
That's like when your budget is only $10, so you go to put the $10 in your tank and your buddy busts out the iPhone.
What do you call this? I don't know what this is. Look, you guys, since someone's gonna tell me in the comments, oh, you don't understand. 645er. Look, I don't give a shit.
No.
Unless you're going to tell me you don't understand, he's on some Andy Kaufman level hip hop comedy. I'll be like, oh, okay. I don't like it, but now it makes slightly more sense.
Yeah. And by slightly more, I mean like just a little bit.
But go to sleep. This is I'm sorry I did that to everybody.
That was bad, Jason.
I'm sorry. That was bad, huh?
I mean, we need to find 645er. And just, hey man, what?
Kick him in his fucking nuts.
Yeah, like that's enough, dude.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I played a lot of shitty music for you guys.
No more Alvin and the Chipmunks rap. Like that's.
just remember this.
Such a beautiful voice. It's an angel singing.
Passion too.
It's all in me.
I mean, she's laser focused. I
mean, this is coming from a real place right here.
Yeah.
Still a nigga when you try to give him grace. Don't know why you even bother saving face. You can switch codes and change.
This seems to be the majority report outro song.
Still a nigga when the casket closed. Still a nigga if you
Jason goes on Majority Report again, and this is what they follow him out with when his segment's over. Emmett just looks at him. Emmett just looks at him like, so I'm your dream woman, huh? He's just like,
that you signed up for? Is this the Black National Anthem? I want them to sing this at the football game.
oh, that'd be hilarious. And then have the kid coming out of anesthesia, like, as a background.
I'm still shocked that my cousin was playing this just in his kitchen vibe and eating dinner. And he was like, wait a minute.
Enjoying his day. Just, ooh, Jason hit me up, man. And he picks up his sandwich and he's like, wait a minute.
Did she just say what I think?
He just puts his sandwich down. He's like, I'll get to you in a second. Picks up his phone. Jason, Jason, what the fuck? What is this?
So I tried to leave with a positive song there. That song is better, but unfortunately, it's going to get stuck in some of your guys' heads.
Oh, yeah, it is. Just remember, if you have my complexion, just nod. Don't sing along. Okay?
Just hum it.
Just. And if you're doing it in public, they're going to be like, oh, someone's a Whitney Houston fan. Good for you.
If I get a message from fucking Michael tomorrow, Jason, I'm singing this shit walking around.
Someone's going to leave an angry comment under this show. Jason Myles set me up for failure. He played this beautiful song and I sang it in public. And I was set upon by youth. They beat me mercilessly.
Some dude on the or the people that listen to this show like on speakers.
Yeah. We might need to start putting like what do you call it? Like a notice at the beginning of before you even launch into the intro. Like, remember everybody, this is the Wednesday show. AirPods, headphones. Make sure you're using them.
McRub said, every
That's acceptable, McRubs. That's acceptable.
Oh my God. It's just imagine, because I get stuck sometimes singing or humming some of these songs, and I don't want to hum this song as I'm walking down the street. TIR, now with trigger warnings.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't exactly call it a trigger warning. It's just if you're a white dude, you know, you don't want to get the piss beat out of you.
You don't want to. Watermelon felon. We can't say that anymore since that's what the father of that kid that got killed by Carmelo Anthony called Carmelo Anthony, called him a watermelon felon.
Wow.
I mean, his son's dead. I'm sure he wasn't very happy.
No, but don't bring more hate. Just don't fucking do that.
I mean, people really, it was bad. It's been bad on all sides.
Yeah.
The whole thing has been really horrible. I feel bad for both of those families, right? Because first of all, you know, their kids are gone.
Yeah. I mean, and their children. This is what's getting lost in all this, right? Is one child's no longer here and another one's going away for a very, very long time. You know, you've got two families that are completely destroyed. I mean, I hate that. Like, how does that happen? You're at a fucking track meet. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but like, you don't need a whole lot of testosterone to do that shit. Just run your event, you know, cross your finish line and be done with it.
Keep in mind, no kids recorded it. That's how quick it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Kids record everything with their phones. And it was a pocket knife that just, the whole thing is tragic because you're dumb when you're young.
Yeah.
An older person would just walk away. When you're young, you're stupid. Both people are stupid. And now it's a tragedy for the families involved, pretty much for everyone that was there.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I just, you know, I just try and tell people there's nothing that's ever so bad you need to bring a weapon into it. when you're here, and it's like a shit talking disagreement type thing. You don't need to bring a weapon into that. Don't. Because that's what happens. You know, like I carry every day, and somebody was like, well, why do you carry? And honestly, for me, it's more of a comfort thing. Like I carried a weapon every day forever. It's like my safety blanket, you know, but I told him this thing's only coming out if someone's going to be put in the ground, period. It's not my first option. I will always disengage. I'll leave. I'm not trying to fucking shoot anybody that I don't have to, you know, like.
You're also not 17.
No. Yeah. I mean, this is what kills me about the state of North Carolina. And we'll leave on this. They're getting ready to pass a law where you can purchase a pistol at 18 years old. And we literally can carry in churches now.
Good times.
Yeah. Yay, America.
That's what we should call the show. Yay, America.
That's right. Maybe we can do a special, a TIR special called Yay, America.
We're doing America's birthday on Saturday if you want to join.
I might be able to do that. I have to work a little bit in the morning, and my kids, you know, they've turned into teenagers. So now I'm like, hey, you guys want to go hang out? And they're like, no, I've got plans.
No. Is your son, he just turned 13?
Dude, he turned 15, man. He just finished driver's ed, dude.
Oh.
I got 2 drivers. I'm terrified.
Well, look, we're keeping Mac up. He needs to get all of the rest before he starts singing that song.
And that's where you'll have the new Wednesday co-host with Jason, because I've been drummed out.
Mac is just so sad dealing with these kids. Yeah, that's where that song came from. That's where all the passion came from. I'm sure she's a mom.
I wouldn't be surprised. And like her next song was like Macy Gray-esque, where she's like, my kids hate me. You know, and you're just like,
she's talking about answering for her kids. You think I'm stupid, don't you? Yeah. I love the puppet.
Oh, he just and how the mouth gradually got wider and wider, you know,
because the accusations just get worse.
Yeah. Oh, so you gonna pay all the bills?
Yeah. So you think you grow you. So thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow night. We're gonna watch an insane film called Private School,
aka Titties Galore.
Titties Galore. The movie, it's literally was a movie built around boobs. I don't know what it's about.
Which, I mean, if you want to sell things in America,
I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping that we have a bunch of people show up for the movie. Everybody wants to see
just some titty aficionados, just like
ass and titties.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all that movie.
Jason like pauses it and he's like, wasn't the scene so you know funny and da 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 da, and someone just pops up in chat, ass and titties.
All of this ass and titties. All the comments for the main show is just gonna be ass and titties. That's because that's all that movie is. All right, go sleep. Good night.
Love everyone. You guys.
Peace.